morning, welcome to Lawrence County Municipal Court. I'm Judge Capper. We have reviews first, so people who have review hearings will be called. If you are on the docket today for a review, you'll be called. If you missed a hearing before, you have to go check in with the clerk so they'll know you're here. If you're not on the docket, you're not going to get called unless you check in with the clerk. Come up to the table to your right.
James G. Adams, Jeremy Butcher, Garrett A. Childers, Jason Collier, Naaman C. Cox, Jake Dodson, Misty Hunt, Stephen Littlejohn.
James Adams, 24-130. Is James Adams here? Been called for. Has not appeared. So it'll be a bench warrant issue. Jeremy Butcher is here, 19483. Paying off your fines. You didn't make a monthly payment. Do you have a payment today?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Butcher? How much?
30.
30? Okay. All right, you've been pretty faithful about doing this, so it's good. I'll set your next hearing in February. Let's get my scheduler up. Mondays or Fridays?
It don't matter.
The 24th of February will be your next hearing.
Thank you.
See the clerk, make your payment. Garrett Childers. Garrett Childers, 24-221. Has not completed, has not appeared. The bench warrant issue. Jason Collier, 22-275, 22-222, 21-885. You just have fines today now, so you've been making monthly payments. Do you have a payment today?
Yes, sir.
How much are you paying?
50.
All right, see the clerk, and I'll set you for February 24th also.
Okay, thank you.
9 o'clock, February 24th. Naaman Cox. Case numbers are 21-19-17, 22-16-63, 21-30-62, 23-5-69. Okay. Now I've got a note here that you were ordered December 20th to be here for community service December 21st, and you didn't show up. You did come in on January 13th.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'm showing you still have quite a bit of community service left to do.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What happened on December 21st?
I just couldn't find anybody that was available to bring me in here.
Where are you coming from?
Gallia County.
Gotcha.
Your Honor, if I may, I think his oldest case is a 2019 case. He still hasn't done in his 18 days of home monitoring.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes, I was out reviewing it yesterday. I came across that has not been done yet.
Okay, I want you to meet with Mr. Cox, and let's come up with a plan, then that's how that's gonna happen. I'll recall him later in the docket. We'll meet with
Yes, please.
Mr. Major, and then we'll give you the files to take.
Thank you, sir.
Jake Dodson, 24,456. Okay, you paid off your fines today, but you still have community service. Get that done, and you can quit coming to these hearings. This is
Yes, sir.
your first
I just
one.
actually found out today that I even had community service. I thought everything was suspended on account of a clean urine screen off the streets.
Your jail was suspended, but not.
That's what they just told me out there. I misunderstood it, so I will get that done.
I think he asked earlier, how many hours of community service he had left.
30 hours.
Okay.
5 days. It's 5 days of community service. You can do it any day but Sunday at 7:30 here at the court on the west side of the building. Come, show up there, and that's where you'll start for your community service. Since this is your first hearing, and you have paid your fines off, I'll give you a couple of months to get it done before your next hearing. So if you get it done, confirm it with either Mr. Cooper or Mr. Major that you're finished. You don't have to come to the hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So we're going to make it March 21st. Write that date down on the form in the basket. That's your next hearing date, March 21st, 9 o'clock. But you don't have to be here if you finish it. Misty Hunt, 21-2088. Okay. All right, so she turned in community service today. We have a report from Lawrence County Recovery saying she's been compliant. Okay, it's a very good report. You still have some community service to, well, how many hours?
Your Honor, I'll have to verify this because it does not say how many hours are on here, and they normally put it on here.
Okay.
So I'll have to verify this.
It should
Alright.
either be 6 or 8.
I'll set your next hearing for February 21st.
Okay.
Write that down. February 21st at 9 o'clock is your next hearing. Good job on your counsel.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Stephen Littlejohn, 1054. He's at RRS.
Your Honor, he remains compliant.
Okay, good report, good screens, compliant. And you've been making payments towards your funds. You have a payment today.
What's the total on it, Your Honor?
I'm showing the total balance is $197.
I'm gonna pay it off. I gotta run to the ATM though.
Okay, I'll put that down. And if you do that, because, well, let me check. I believe you did the treatment voluntarily.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Yes, it was not, it was a very old case. It wasn't ordered at the time you got your conviction. So pay off your fines, your case will be completed, no further review.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Cody J.W. Meade, David Mulkey, John Scott Piper, Christopher Roadcat, Stephanie Romans, Michael Rowe, Chastity Sapp.
You say you want to pay it off, so that's all. As long as it's paid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love easier checking.
Okay. Well, ask the clerk to notify us if he did. He said he was going to go out and pay it. He hasn't been.
Okay, it's not really.
I wish you weren't for it if you did. Okay, Cody Meade,
Yes, sir.
23, 152, 22, 1690, 22, 2101. like there were some issues about getting to appointments, but you worked that out, and they're saying you're compliant.
Yeah, she's doing very well, Your Honor.
Okay. Can you pay anything on your fines today?
We're doing, I do roofing for a living. Our panels are in the yard and they're iced over with snow. I got 3 days on this job, but I'm going straight after here to finish this job to get paid on. I wouldn't have a payment today, but Monday,
Okay.
I could be in. I don't think you're always open Saturday or the
You're
weeks.
not, but you can pay online if you have access to.
On a card?
computer. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to come in here to pay.
Okay,
You
that
go to the
works.
website and pay that way.
Okay, that works.
All right, roofing in this kind of weather is probably not feasible, so.
I'm actually trying to change up opportunities. I'm trying to get a job with my mother at Southern Hope, and she runs the women's house over down there, and I'm doing peer support classes, and I'm about done with them. So this is my last day that I'm going to be roofing, and I'm seeking employment Monday
Okay.
there.
Well, good luck with that, I hope it works out for you.
I appreciate you.
I'll set your next hearing for February 21st.
All right.
At 9 o'clock.
Thank
See
you,
the
Your
clerk.
Honor.
Well, no, you're not going to pay, so you don't have to worry about seeing the clerk. You can pay online when you get the money.
All right. Thank you.
David Mulkey. 24-1503. It's an ODI. Okay, you are signed up for the driver intervention program,
Yes, I am.
and that's all you got left to do.
Yeah, it's on the 23rd.
And that's happening this month?
Yeah, the 23rd of this month.
Okay. All right, well, I'll set you out for February 21st. If you get that report in that you successfully completed, you don't have to come back.
Okay.
That's all you got left to do.
All right.
I'll set it for February 21st, but if you finish that, then you're finished. Your case is completed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. John Scott Pfeiffer, 24-216. He paid his fines off, but he hasn't done community service, so there'll be warrant here. Christopher Roadcap is here. 21-1172 and 23-646. You still have community service to do.
Yeah. I just finally got back to work yesterday. The weather's kept me from coming in and doing community service with snow and everything.
Okay, well, I need you to do some, give me a date when you can be out here. This is a couple
We'll
of
say,
years.
probably next Saturday.
Okay, so that is going to be,
Just like you said, that other
tomorrow's the
boy.
18th, so that's the 25th. You'll be out the 25th.
Yeah, just like you say, that other boy, I'm back to roofing too, so.
Okay. And you pay anything on your fines today?
Now, I probably won't be able to till Monday. I get paid today.
All right, I'm putting you down for your next hearing for February 21st.
Okay.
Yes, February 21 at 9 o'clock will be your next hearing.
All right.
Stephanie Romans is here. She's at Bethesda. Okay. Looks like you've gone into sober living now. So.
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you looking for a job, or what's the next plan for you?
Well, actually, I'm looking to get my job back. I've been putting in applications and things for that, so
Does that look promising?
it does.
Okay, well, good. Good job. Okay, you've done everything else. I'm gonna put you off for a couple months,
Okay,
and then maybe we'll finish it up, then might have you come back again.
that would be lovely, please.
Well, I'm not gonna take that personally. We've been together for a long time.
Yeah.
You can always come back and visit, but I'm not gonna make you come back.
No.
The next time frame. So let's set it for March 21st.
All right, sounds good.
March 21st, 9 o'clock. Good job.
Thank you.
Michael Rowe. Michael Rowe, 23-4. Okay, Mr. Rowe, you just need to pay off your fines.
Your Honor,
I have granted community service here.
I just entered 4 hours of community service this morning for him.
Okay, looks like you got some credit since the last hearing for community service, which will go toward your fine. I'll set your next hearing for February 21st at 9 o'clock.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Chastity Seckman, 23-688 and 689.
Good morning, Judge Capper.
Good morning. Okay, not much has happened on your case. What's going on with it?
I'm going to pay some on my fine today, and I've been in and out of the hospital. I've had some problems going on, but I'm going to get some of the community service done this weekend, come in on Saturday.
Okay, you're coming in tomorrow?
I'm going to try to, yes.
Okay, 7:30 tomorrow. It's not going to be that bad. I think it's going to be like 45 degrees tomorrow.
What do they do when...
We never know day to day, Your Honor. I don't tell people.
Well, I'm very restricted to things that I can't do.
You'll accommodate
I'll
what
work with
your
it.
abilities are, so.
Okay.
One thing, you may help clean the courthouse. That's one thing we do, so.
Fun. That sounds like a blast.
Well, it's better than probably being out there chipping off ice.
That's
with a
very
sidewalk or
true.
something
That
like
is very
so.
true.
Okay, I'll set your next hearing February 21st. 9 o'clock, February 21st.
State of Ohio recalls Naaman C. Cox.
Thank you, Judge Capper.
Remember, we spoke, I gave him the contact information for the GPS monitor. He's assured me that he may not have it completed by the next review hearing, but he'll at least have it on.
Okay. Next hearing will be February 21st, 9 o'clock.
21st?
Yes, sir. And that completes the review hearings. You're free to go.
Thank you.
So the next hearings are going to be what we call arraignments. Arraignment is the first hearing on a criminal charge, the purpose of which is to tell you what the charges are, the possible penalties. Just have a seat, sir, until I'm finished. Then you can leave if you wish. You don't have to agree with the charges, but you need to understand them. So I don't make the charging decisions. That's what the prosecutors elected to do. The prosecutor decides what people are charged with. So I'll tell you what the charges are, possible penalties, and if it's a misdemeanor, you have to enter a plea today. You can enter guilty, not guilty, or no contest. Not guilty is always the safest plea to enter. If you enter guilty or no contest, you're waiving your rights, and I'm going to explain your rights to you now, and I'll go over it again if you have questions. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything, and what you do say, we're in a courtroom. If you look around, there's microphones everywhere. It's all on the record. So if you admit something or admit something damaging about your case, that can be used against you later. You have a right to have an attorney. You have a right to have an attorney appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail. You have a right to make the state prove the charge against you or any charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. That's the standard of proof that they have to meet to get a conviction. So, if you enter guilty or no contest, you're waiving those rights I just said. So don't do that if you don't understand the charges, if you are confused, if you don't know what to do, if you want a trial or if you want a lawyer, any of those things, you need to do a not guilty plea when you're asked for a plea. Call the first case.
State of Ohio
Now you
versus,
plead, if you wish. Go ahead.
State of Ohio versus Thomas White, case number CRB 25-9.
All right, we probably need the prosecutor then to come out. I'm assuming, ma'am, you're Amber Terry? Okay, we'll have the prosecutor come out and talk to you. And sir, you're Thomas White?
Yes, sir.
You've been charged with domestic violence, and have you received a copy of the charge? Okay. I have the bailiff serve you with a copy of the charge. It alleges that at Fayette Township on December the 30th of 2024, you knowingly caused or tried to cause harm to Amber Perry, and that Amber Perry is either a member of your family or lives in your household. That's what makes it domestic violence. The maximum penalty you face is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge filed against you?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the rights I explained to defendants have?
Yes, sir.
Any questions before you enter a plea?
What if I don't live with her?
Well, that could be a defense that the charge is inappropriate
Okay.
because you don't meet the criteria for the charge. Any other questions?
No, sir.
What plea do you wish to enter?
Not guilty,
Do you wish to have a lawyer appointed to represent you?
if that's possible.
Well, I'll have to ask you about your financial circumstances to see if you're qualified. Are you working?
At the moment, I'm drawing low earning slips, but I go back to work next week. It's the weather.
What do you do?
Finish concrete.
Do you work for a company or?
Yeah, paving solutions in Huntington.
Are you paid by the hour?
Yeah,
How much per hour?
25.
And I know you've been off because of the weather now, but how many hours a week do you usually work?
This time you're 40, no overtime.
Okay, well, unless you've got a lot of kids, you're probably not going to qualify. I have to determine
I
your
do.
gross annual income, so let me see what that works out to be. I'm getting, my calculation, you're making roughly $50,000 a year gross, is that
Yeah.
right? Do you have dependents?
Yeah, 5.
5, okay. Well, you are eligible for the bond council. You'll have to fill out a financial affidavit to verify what you just told me. Mr. Smith is going to be appointed to represent you. Not guilty plea is entered. He can sign a signature bond of $1,000. OR. Is there a protection order requested?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, it's my understanding, I've spoken with Ms. Perry, who is the alleged victim in this matter, and she says they don't live together, they have I don't know how many children, but at least one child together.
Okay. So, at least initially through the first hearings, I'm going to order that you stay away and not go around, contact, or post anything about Ms. Perry.
Can I ask you a question?
You should ask Mr. Smith. That
Oh,
way-
I'm sorry,
Talk about the case, what
Sorry.
kind of question?
Remember what I said at the beginning? Anything you say in open court is on the record, could be used against you. But what you ask your attorney quietly is privilege, and it can't be used against you.
He was inquired, apparently they exchanged the children at some place somewhere. Where do you do that?
We do it now at the police department because of this latest issue.
I don't know if that'd be a violation if
Well, does she agree with that continuing the way it is?
At the police department? Yes.
Okay, so that will continue. Any other questions or issues that need to be addressed?
not at this time, Judge.
And we need a date to come back for a pretrial conference.
Would it be the end of this month or February, Judge? How far are we looking?
Schedule is just run out.
Oh,
When you get it,
I know I'm here
call
for
back up.
the 31st, we have 2 weeks from today, then I have some February dates.
We could do the 31st. Now, I won't be here, but since it's just a pretrial.
Oh, that'd be fine, Judge. I've got,
31st?
yes, I've got 4, yeah, that'd be fine, 31st.
January 31st will be the next meeting
31st at 10.
at 10 a.m. for pretrial. Protection orders entered.
Yes, sir. If you'll wait, I'll be sure when you have protection. If you're free, you got it. Okay, I'll call you.
State of Ohio versus Justin M. Ladari, Gare, case number CRB 24-817.
History. This is the actual, the day after.
Okay, so are you Justin, is it Legary, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes, sir.
The charge against you is assault, case number 24-817. It alleges that at Union Township on December the 9th of 2024, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Nicholas Mayo. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the rights you have as a defendant? Any questions before entering a plea?
No,
What plea do you wish to enter?
not guilty by reason of self-defense.
Okay. Do you wish to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Are you employed?
As of this moment until I get fired again for this. Because I already lost one job because of Nicholas Mayo, assaulting me and defending myself. So, kinda.
Okay, but as far as you know, currently, you're still employed.
At this moment, yes, sir.
And where would that be? Where do you work?
Starlight Behavioral. I work with, mentally handicapped.
Are you paid by the hour there?
Yes, sir.
How much per hour?
13.
And do you have dependents?
Yes.
How many?
3 kids.
Okay, you're qualified then. I'll appoint Mr. Steyer to represent you. Get him in the courtroom and introduce you. I'm entering a not guilty plea for you. Here's Mr. Steyer is in the courtroom now. Mr. Steyer, this is Justin Legary. He has an assault charge.
Is this a misdemeanor or felony, Your Honor?
Misdemeanor, first degree. I've entered a not guilty plea for him. He can sign a signature bond $1,000.
help you out with that. Sign your name by the address.
And is there any problem for you to stay away from Nicholas Mayo?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm going to order you stay away, and don't post anything about this or him on social media. I want things to die down, not be stirred up. So I'm setting hearings the 31st or after, Mr. Steyer.
I'm unavailable the 7th and the 10th, so would the 3rd work?
Probably before that. Okay, February 3rd. February 3rd will be the next hearing. It'll be a pre-trial at 10 a.m.
Thank you. If you can wait for me in the lobby, I'll go get your file. Somebody else I'll finish talking about talking to you. Okay.
I'm just gonna step outside.
That'd be fine. Just come back in.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Jenkins, case number TRD 143058.
Sir, are you Christopher Jenkins?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Jenkins, it appears from the record that you failed to appear for a sentencing hearing on November 7th, 2014 on a driving under a suspended license.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you admit or deny that you failed to appear?
No, I admit that.
Failed to go. Excuse me. Okay, you now have a bond, you've posted a bond now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so are you ready to proceed with sentencing today? How do you want to proceed on this case?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a license now?
No, Your Honor. Last time I was here, since then I've become clean and all that, but a year ago I thought that I'd paid off my last fine and was on track, and that was at Ironton. And then the other day I get picked up on a warrant for up here. I apologize to the court for forgetting. I had a lot going on at the time in my life, and it's become a good story, so I'm here now.
Okay. All right, looks like, well, I'll just read into the record what the deciding officer said at the time. US 52 eastbound near milepost 20, computer check, revealed fictitious registration, 1997 GMC white van. On contact, the defendant said he didn't have a driver's license, handed a ID card. He was arrested on a warrant through court 4420, transferred to the sheriff's office. And it looks like you were actually driving a blue Pontiac, and the tag came back to some sort of GMC van, white van.
Yeah, we own both vehicles.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I don't remember the details.
Okay. Well, you got quite a bit of a penalty in that you got arrested and had to post a bond, right, to secure your appearance today?
No, yes, sir.
Okay. So, what I'll do, to wrap this up, I'll just impose a $100 fine and court costs, no jail or community service.
I appreciate it, Your Honor.
So, do you need time to pay that, or can you pay it today?
I can't pay it today just because of bond and everything. If you can give me a month, I can pay it.
I'll give you till April the 8th.
Okay.
Of this year, and it's going to be what we call final pay date. If you pay it by then,
I can pay online.
Yes, you can pay online. If you don't pay before April the 8th, we'll send it in to DMV, and it'll just be another layer of suspension. You won't be able to get a license.
No, that's
You're trying
my
to get the
goal.
license back and you'll need to.
Yeah, that's my goal.
Okay,
Like I
well,
said.
good luck and congratulations on your recovery.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Michael A. Jones, case number TRD 153586, TRD 151125, A and B.
And sir, you're Michael A. Jones?
Yes, sir.
And these are both 2015 cases, and it looks like on both, there was a review hearing set for May the 6th, 2016. One was driving under, they're both driving under suspension, and a warrant had been issued for not appearing at those hearings, and you came in on your own. You didn't get arrested on the warrant?
No, Your Honor, I was pulled over on 52 seatbelt ticket. And, I was issued a ticket and I called to the court, find out, what the fine was and everything. And then she was like, you have a warrant, won't you come in on Friday? And
Well, you dodged the bullet. Because what should have happened when you got pulled over with that?
That's what I thought was strange, because
You should have got arrested.
I even was able to, under this driving under suspension, the last time I was here, it was Judge Hall. I spent the weekend in jail to a bench warrant for the seatbelt ticket, or originally or whatever. And I was able to get my license reinstated after making my payments and stuff like that. And so I didn't think I had anything like that.
Well, unfortunately, sometimes everybody doesn't do their job the way they should. The officer should have checked to see if there was a warrant issued, and sometimes they don't, because on local warrants, they got to check a different place than they do national warrants. So sometimes they just check the leads to see if there's a warrant there, and they don't check with the local courts to see if there's a warrant. If they did, you would have went to jail. So,
Yeah, I looked up my Ohio registry or something like that to see if I had a warrant. I didn't see anything, so.
Okay, so what we'll need, you've got fines and you got some community service to do. So do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So what I'll do, I'll reinstate you since you came in on your own. I'll recall the warrant and I'll give you review hearings. That's the way we do this. So you have review hearings until you get things finished.
Okay.
Once you get finished, then you won't have to come to review hearings. And then if you don't come to review hearing,
Yeah, no.
you get another warrant for not showing up. So, are you working, sir?
Not currently.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's a Monday or Friday for the next hearing.
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to make it February 28th, so the last day of February will be a Friday, and that'll be your next review hearing. You can do community service any day but Sunday here at the court at 7:30.
7:30, yes, sir.
And you can pay online on your fines. If you can't pay, you can do extra community service after you finish what you were ordered to do, and it'll go toward paying off your fine. You get $50 a day credit toward your fine.
Okay.
Once you make an extra day of community service. Do you have any questions about what you need to do?
No, sir.
Okay. February 28th, 9 a.m. is your next hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Connor Harrison, number TRC 2413, A and B.
And you're Connor Harrison?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it looks like you had a review hearing
Yeah.
on January 10th.
Yeah.
And you did not appear at that time?
Yeah, I called them and told them I was snowed in.
Okay. This was an operating vehicle after consuming alcohol underage. You paid your fine.
Yep.
You still have a little more than 2 days of community service left to do. Okay, so you came in on your own, so no warrant. It would have been issued today, so cancel the warrant.
And I have a question as well, if that's okay.
Yes.
The last judge, when I came here, you told me to do the dippo school, and the last judge told me I didn't have to. So like, but Mr. Cooper gave me a pamphlet about it, said it was on my record. So do I still have to do the dippo school as well?
Well, let me look at what the judgment entry says. That's what controls.
The last judge threw me through a loop. I was confused.
Yeah, it does. You were ordered to do the dip school.
Yeah. That's why I was asking about it.
And that was Judge Cremines. It's in your judgment entry. So you will have to do it.
Okay, I was just wondering.
I told him that, Your Honor, and I gave him the contact.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it like 2 days ago, I think.
There was somebody here from, is there someone? Yeah, okay. There's somebody here from the 3-day school, so you need to talk with her.
Gotcha.
I'll set your next hearing for February 28th. If you get everything done, you don't have to appear then. February 28th, 9 o'clock.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Harry M. Rude, case number TRD 22, 05 A and B, CRD 21, 392 A and B.
Okay, Mr. Rude, in the record I have, it looks like there was a review hearing August 30th.
Yes, and he missed that, Your Honor, but he has since came to OVP voluntarily, and he's in our program currently.
Okay. I have a report from OVP.
Listen, just tell them.
Okay, so he's actually in the 30-day program now.
Yes, he's inpatient.
All right, I'll withdraw the warrants that have been issued and give you a new review hearing date. So he's going to be finished about 30 days from now?
Yeah, I believe February 7th.
Okay. I'm going to set your next review hearing for a week after that. So February the 14th will be your next hearing here for a review. So we get a plan as to how you're going to take care of stuff. Do you have a plan where you're going to go to after you finish?
No, I'm thinking about staying an extra 30 days.
Okay. Well, they may assist you in getting sober living kind of facility.
Yeah, we'll help him come up with a plan. He's got a case manager who will help him figure out what's best for him.
Okay, February 14th, Valentine's Day, 9 a.m. Next hearing. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks.
State of Ohio versus Teresia Patton, case number CRB 18485.
Here today, she voluntarily went into OVP on January 3rd. She has a case here that is still pending. And looks like that Mr. Smith, Roger Smith,
Yes, he's here.
was her attorney. And that she missed a hearing back in November the 8th. Mr. Smith, this is Teresa Patton. She's your client.
Yes.
She had missed a hearing pre-trial in November the 8th. She voluntarily went into the program at OVP inpatient 1st of January. So you want to take court file.
Do you mind, Judge, if I do?
And then after you've done so, we'll call back up and decide how we're going to go forward.
State of Ohio versus James B. Gibson, case number TRC 2533 A and B, and CRB 2518.
James Gibson. You are James Gibson?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gibson, it's alleged that on January the 1st at 2:56 a.m. in Union Township, you were driving a vehicle while you were under the influence of either alcohol, drugs, or some combination of those two, that this would be your first offense if you got a conviction, first offense conviction. So the maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,075 fine, 3-year license suspension. That's the most the court can impose. There is a minimum, so the least the court can impose is 3 days in a treatment program, $375 fine, and a 6-month license suspension. State's alleging that you submitted to a urine test.
Yes, sir.
So those go to a lab for testing, and it takes some time to get those back, so I don't have
Yes,
any
sir.
test results at this point, so I don't know what the state's going to allege was in your urine. You have another traffic charge, failure to control your vehicle. That's a minor misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is $150 fine. And then there's a criminal charge. 2518 is the case number for it. The charge is endangering children. It's alleged that in Union Township on January 1st, you were the parent, guardian, custodian, or someone who had control of a child under the age of 18, and that your conduct created a substantial risk to the health, safety, or duty of care, protection, or support to that child. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. So you've got 3 charges. Do you understand the 3
Yes,
charges?
sir.
Do you understand the rights defendants have that I explained at the beginning of court?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions before you enter a plea?
No, sir.
What plea do you wish to enter?
Not guilty.
Do you wish to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Are you working?
It's kind of on and off right now. It's construction and plumbing. Just,
Do you work for a company or yourself?
yes, sir. I'm not signed on to their paper or nothing. I kind of help whenever they need me. But it is a company.
Are you paid by the hour?
No, just by the job.
Now, do you file an income tax return?
Yes, sir.
What did you file for? Did you file for 2024, or what's the last year you filed?
I'm working on getting filed either today if, I have both my W-2s. I'm just trying to get takes or block to file them.
I have to determine your gross annual income. You know what that is?
No, sir. It's not a whole lot.
Do you have children?
Yes, sir.
How many?
One. I have 2, but I have one full-time.
Well, I mean, are you supporting?
Yes,
the
sir.
other one?
Yes, sir,
Any
one.
child support or?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, you make less than $25,000 a year gross.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to appoint a lawyer for you. Mr. Morford, I'll appoint you.
Thank you, Judge.
Not guilty plea is in there for Mr. Gibson.
Didn't say my right to talk on number here.
Write your number down there.
Your number.
He can sign a signature
Can I write my
bond,
phone number down?
$1,500.
I don't have a phone or nothing right now, buddy.
That's for your signature bond.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Morford,
Where did you find that over here?
Yeah.
I can set it for the 31st or after for free
It
go.
has to be after the 31st. I have a trial the 30th and 31st, Your Honor.
Okay. What's good for you in February then?
I believe most any date in February, I'm okay.
Let's do the 7th, and that's the first Friday in February, February 7th.
I'm here then, Judge.
February 7th, 10 o'clock a.m. will be the next hearing for a pretrial. Not guilty plea is in it.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Sign your name right there.
State State of Ohio recalls Teresa Patton, case number CRB 18485. Mr. Smith.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
Smith's case, he's met with Ms. Patton, and she had missed a hearing that's alleged November 8th.
Judge, she admits that she would transitioned to, I think, sober living. Something happened with the schedule, but she is back at OVP. I would ask to be put back on the docket, and we continue to monitor her progress.
I'll cancel the warrant since she came in on her own. Reinstate her with a pretrial, and it's either going to be the 31st or after.
I can do the 31st, Judge. I've got 3 that day. That's not too bad.
Okay, January 31st will
Thank
be
you.
the next hearing, and it'll be a pretrial at 10 o'clock.
February, or January, sorry.
Yeah, 2 weeks from today.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Adam A. Daniels, case number CRB 20-658.
Adam Daniels. This is set for a review hearing on January the 10th. Mr. Daniels is not here again. He's here today. All you have to do is pay off the fines.
Okay, how much do I owe that? I mean,
175 is what I'm showing.
okay, I mean, I got like 30 of it today. I've been making payments. I come in Friday. I thought it was just, check in is what I usually do, but.
Well, it was on the review docket. You got listed that you weren't here. So, no warrant has been issued yet. No warrant will be issued since you came in today. So see the clerk, you're gonna pay 30 today.
Yeah.
And I'll set it in February for your next hearing, February 24th. That's a Monday. If you pay it off by then, you don't have to come back. Anytime, once you get this paid, we'll come to this hearing.
All right.
So you'll have 145 after today.
All right, I'll pay the 30 and then I'll have it paid off before.
If you do, you don't have to be here February 24th.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Austin D. Pauley, case number CRB 2262, CRB 21246, A and B.
All right, Mr. Pauley is here. This is on the sentencing docket. You were supposed to be here Monday.
Correct.
Okay, now, were you at RRS?
I was.
Okay.
The court that ordered me to go there dismissed my case.
Well, I had ordered you to treatment February 22nd, 2022.
I have the certificate for that. From completion.
Okay, if you'll submit to urine screen or clean, I'll consider it complete.
Okay, thank you.
So go do that and come back, and we'll figure out how we're gonna go forward.
State of Ohio versus Kimberly L. Jones, case number PRD 213291, PRC 21206, PRD 211146, A and B, PRD 21257.
All right, Ms. Jones is here today. You just have to pay it on your fines. Have you
Yeah,
got-
I paid, last week I paid for 3 months,
Okay. Let's see.
$20 a month, till I can get released from the doctor to finish my volunteer work.
You did pay $60 on December 30th.
Right.
Okay. I'll set your next hearing for March 21st.
Thank you.
March 21st at 9 a.m.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, we're ready to go to the Lawrence County Jail.
Okay, we have some hearings we're doing by teleconference at the jail, and we'll start those now.
State of Ohio versus James P. Badgett, case numbers CRA 2525 A and B, and CRB 2526 A and B.
Sir, are you James Badgett?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me, Mr. Badgett?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm Judge Capper. I'm at the Lawrence County Municipal Court in Chesapeake, and that's where your hearing is taking place. You're appearing in the courtroom on a television monitor, and there's about 40 people in here, maybe 50, and they can all see and hear you. So whatever you say is going down on the record. It's all being recorded. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything, but just understand that it is being recorded and can be used against you if you admit something about your case. You have a right to have an attorney. You have a right to have one appointed. If you can't afford one, to have bail and to make the state of Ohio prove any charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes, sir.
Your copy of your charges were faxed down to the jail about 35 minutes ago, so you should either have them or they should be there for them, for the jailers to give to you. And I'm going to go over them now so we make sure you understand what charges you're facing. Case number 2525A is disrupting public services. It's a felony in the 4th degree, and it alleges that at Perry Township on January the 14th of this year, you purposely disrupted, tampered with, impaired radio, television, some sort of communication device. That is a 4th degree felony, as I said. Maximum penalty is 18 months in jail and a $5,000 fine. 2525B is also a felony of the 4th degree, strangulation. And it alleges that on January the 14th of 2025 in Perry Township, you created a substantial risk of serious physical harm to Angela Lee Badgett, who's a member of your family or household, by means of strangulation or suffocation. So that's a felony 4. Maximum penalty is 18 months in jail, $5,000 fine. And that appears to be the 2 cases against you. Do you understand those charges, Mr. Badger?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the money with which to hire a lawyer?
No, sir. I need a lawyer appointment, sir.
Okay. Apparently there's another set of charges that I did not see. It's 2526 A and B. The last ones I just told you about were 2525 A and B, so we've got another set of charges. So I'm going to go ahead and go over those with you to make sure you understand. These are included in your charges. 26A, case number, is domestic violence. That alleges January 14th, Perry Township, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Angela Lee Badgett, and that she is a member of your household or a member of your family. That is a 1st degree misdemeanor, so it carries a maximum penalty of 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. 26B alleges that on January 14th in Perry Township, you recklessly or by force resisted or interfered with the lawful arrest of yourself. So that charge is resisting arrest. It's a second-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty for that is 90 days in jail, $750 fine. So there's actually four separate charges filed against you. Do you understand those 4 charges?
And yes, sir.
Okay, and again, back to my question. You have the money with which to hire a lawyer.
No, sir.
Are you working?
No, sir.
You have no income.
No, sir.
I'll appoint Attorney Tyler Smith to represent you.
Okay.
He's here in court, so we'll get him in the courtroom and get him up to speed. This is James Badgett. He has 4 charges, 2 of which are felonies. They're all are domestic-related issues.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's the state's position on bond for Mr. Badgett?
Well, the state's going to request a protection order, number one, and as far as the bond, I don't know whether they have, apparently they're married, so I don't know whether have been living in the same household up to this point, or whether he has someplace else he can go. But we would ask for we'd be okay with no R bond if he's got someplace else to go and we know what's going to happen.
What's the living arrangements been, Mr. Badgett, with you and Angela?
We have been coexisting. We are in, divorce is imminent and things are being discussed. Our house is for sale, but I would need to reach out to one of the kids or, my dad and see what I can do. All my stuff is at the residence that was shared by me and Angela. There would have to be some sort of help there with somebody where I could get some stuff, but, obviously the path forward, I would have to reach out to someone and see where I could go and what I could do, sir.
Is Angela here today? Angela Badgett? Does not appear that she is. It's a pretty serious allegation, so what I would like to see happen is the prosecutor reach out. I assume you've got contact information for her.
We do, I believe.
Let Mr. Smith talk to his client, and then we'll recall this, and one of the issues to be discussed with her is him getting necessary materials that he needs from the home. And so it sounds like you do have family that's local that you may be able to live with.
My father does live across the bridge in Ashland, Kentucky, so I would have to go across the bridge to go to Kentucky to stay with him. That would be of exception.
Probably the state doesn't have a problem. Here's the thing you need to realize, Mr. Badgett. Because you have felony charges against you, there's not very many places you can go that you're outside the reach of a warrant if you don't show up for a hearing. A warrant on a felony is good in all the states of the United States and most of the countries of the world that have entered into some sort of agreement and treaty with the United States to honor each other's warrants. So it's pretty hard to hide from a felony warrant. You would need to come back to court. You understand that, sir?
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to give the court's file to your lawyer. He's going to call down and talk to you about this. I'm going to let the prosecutor reach out to Angela. Then we'll recall it. If we need to, maybe we can work out something with the attorneys to decide how we're going to go forward. Why don't we go ahead and tentatively set a date for the next hearing?
That's fine, Your Honor.
I'm going to assuming that works out, I'm going to let him sign a $2,000 signature bond. That means you're promising to come to court. And if you don't, you get a penalty of $2,000 and you get the warrant that I was just talking about that's good any place in the United States and most of the world. So we could do the 31st or sooner if it's going to be necessary for time frame.
Your Honor, if we can do the 27th, I'm not available the 31st.
Okay, I think that should be doable. Okay, so,
The spring just changed the line.
okay, we can still hear you and see you, Mr. Bass.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm minimized it to, I've got a scheduler I'm trying to pull up. Okay, I know the 27th will work. It'll be a busy docket, but we can make it work. So January 27th is going to be your next hearing date. That's the last Monday in January. Do you have a telephone number where Mr. Smith can get a hold of you? Well, I guess you can get that.
I'll call down there and get the address of where he's going to be living as well.
Okay.
His phone number.
So we may or may not recall this if something can be worked out on the exchange of his personal materials, then we don't need to recall. We have a hearing date for January 27th, but if I need to get further involved in it, then let the bailiff know and put it back on the docket and recall Mr. Badger. You can have the court's file turned into the clerk, please, when you're finished.
State of Ohio versus Stephanie Buff, case number TRD 22-1061, A, B, and C, and Dennis Cook is on deck.
All right, ma'am, are you Stephanie Buff?
Yes.
Ms. Buff, it's alleged that you failed to appear in this court for a review hearing on December 30th of 2024. You got a warrant issued because of that, and it looks like you got arrested on the warrant.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you admit or deny you failed to appear for your review hearing?
Yeah, I didn't know I had a court date, so yeah.
Well, you would have been told on your last review hearing before that was November 14th.
Okay.
Okay. So, do you want to contest the fact that you were told to be at court and then failed to appear?
No.
I'm showing that you paid about half of your fine and you still had an amount still left.
Like 160, I believe.
I'm sorry?
Like 160, I believe.
Well, it's 260 now because you would have had a warrant fee for not appearing. Do you want to serve this out in jail or do you want to pay it off?
I would rather pay it off. I was going to pay it, never get my tax money in March. I just, where I ain't able to do home care now, it's hard for me to get a job right now.
Are you living in Scioto County now or where are you living?
It's still, yes, out of county at the Valley Street.
So you got picked up in Scioto County on the warrant?
Yes, sir.
How long you been in jail?
Since like Monday night, Tuesday morning around 2 a.m.
Okay. And you don't want to lay it out any further in jail?
No, I got kids at home.
Okay. Well, if you don't come to court, let me tell you, I assumed everybody knew that. If you don't come to court when you're ordered to, bad stuff is going to happen, like warrants. I would get real nervous. I would get real nervous as a lawyer if I was late for a hearing. But you know, judges can throw lawyers in jail, especially in Scioto County. They've had a reputation. They're not so tough now as they don't. Any of the judges down there don't see it, but back in the day, they used to throw the lawyers in jail pretty regularly for messing stuff up. And I'm talking about being a half hour late for a hearing or something. So you need to be a little bit more nervous about getting this stuff done. You got kids at home, you don't want to go to jail and leave them without a mom. I'd be worried about it and take care of it.
I wasn't aware of the court date where I would have been. I've been to every court date. This is my first FTA that's up here.
You've had, okay, that doesn't make any sense because you've had it since March of 24. Before that, they were spaced out a little more. Since March of 24, you had a review hearing every month. And you haven't been here since November.
Yeah, it was,
So you're telling me that you didn't think you had to be in court, and it's been since November since you've been here?
it was just calling the probation officer and checking in and letting them know.
You didn't do it on November the 14th.
Yeah, you're correct, you're right, I'm sorry.
So that doesn't fly. I mean, you knew you were supposed to take care of this. It's been more than 2 months, 3 months, going on 3 months since you've been here. So you wound up getting a warrant over it. You got to take care of business. Okay, I'm going to give you, I'm going to release you. Here's your only notice. We're not going to call you, Stephanie, the night before your hearing and say, remember, Stephanie, you got to be in court tomorrow at 9 a.m. It doesn't work that way. I'm giving you the notice now. This is your only notice. But you can call, we have telephones here at the court if you forget. You know, if you went from November and you haven't been here, pick up the phone and call the court. Or I'm assuming you got a smartphone, don't you, or a laptop? Everybody's got a smartphone. Do you have a smartphone?
Yes, sir.
So you know how to get on the internet. Everybody gets on the internet. I see everybody sitting and looking at their phones. They're on the internet. You can type in Lawrence County Municipal Court. There's a website. You can put your name in. It'll call your case up and it tells you when you were supposed to be here and if there's a warrant issued for you. There's no excuse. Don't make piddly excuses to me. You are a grown woman with kids, and you've got stuff to take care of. Take care of it.
Yes, sir.
You're not 10 years old. Okay, your next hearing is going to be February 28th. I'm going to make it easy for you to remember. It's the last day in February.
Yes, sir.
It's not a leap year. So there's not going to be a February 29th. February 28th is the last day. You've got to be here unless you've taken care of everything. You owe $260.
Okay, thank you.
If you make payments, I'll let it keep riding until you get it paid off. If you don't show up, I got to issue a warrant for you. That's the only thing I can do to make people comply if they don't show up.
Okay.
You get the picture, you know what you got to do.
Yes, sir, February 28th.
February 28th, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Get this taken care of. If you can't pay it, you can do extra community service to get it taken care of.
Okay.
You'll get out of jail here when the paperwork gets processed.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Dennis Cook, case numbers CRA 23637, PRD 164177, TRC 143645, A, B, and C, TRC 143122, A and B, and Michael Johnson is on deck.
Judge, can you tell us if he has a holder from Gay County?
The sheriff would have to tell us that. I don't think I would have anything in file on that.
I had a note to that effect from December the 30th.
Is the jailer listening in? If you could check that to see if there's a holder from another county. Yes.
He does have a holder from Gay County, sir.
All right, thank you.
Wonder if oh, this is an F3, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got a felony here.
Well,
plus multiple other cases.
And this is a 2023 case. What else does he have here, Your Honor?
He's got a traffic matter that's recent. And then he's got a bunch of old files that he never completed. 164177, that's a traffic matter. He's got an old OBI he never completed in 2014. He's got another OBI from 2014 he never completed.
Those are dispositional things that he still had stuff to do?
No, I just think he was sentenced, he just never did what he was ordered to do.
He owes you community service and/or fines in the older cases. And Judge, I believe he has a failure to appear pending from October 23rd, maybe?
In this quarter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, he had failures to appear on those old cases for review hearings. I think they may have been in the fall when he failed to appear. I don't know what the charges are in Gallia County.
You think maybe the deputy knows?
I don't know if they would have been there or not.
Well, it sounds to me like he's got a lot of stuff he needs to clean up here, irrespective even of this pending charge.
Maybe he just needs to go on to the grand jury on this, you know. It's aggravated possession of drugs, F3 possession. It's not a 4 or 5. It's an F3.
Right, and so that would kind of lean towards going to the grand jury. But then it's a 23 case, so I don't know what would happen when it gets there as far as the evidence, whether, you know, it's still in place. However, two other things. He's got a whole bunch of stuff here, and he's also got something in Gallia. So,
You want to find out what he's got in Gallia if you want to look?
that would be helpful. I mean, and, you know, here's the thing. If we nollie this charge to the grand jury, we can do that, and then Your Honor can figure out what you're going to do with all the stuff that's all old stuff that he still owes on. I don't care to do that. That might be the easiest way.
Okay, why don't we find out what the charge is in Gallia County, come back, and then the state wants to nollie the existing felony, and then I don't know if he's going to admit he failed to do all these other things, but I could sentence him to some jail time and suspend it, let him go to Gallia County on those charges.
Your Honor, if I may, the sheriff department's going to fax the Gallia County one to.
Okay.
It's an aggravated possession, F5.
Okay, so another drug charge.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he needs to go to SAR or something like that. I mean, there's got to be some price to be paid for thumbing your nose at the courts. I mean, he had the opportunity, it looks like, to go to treatment back in '23, and they just blew it off.
I agree. So we'll nollie. I think the best thing to do is to nollie this one in the grand jury. He's got plenty holding him right now.
How does he want to proceed? Okay, so 23-637 is going to be nollied to the grand jury. And then you got a bunch of other misdemeanors still here. He's got one that's not pled to or resolved, and it's a traffic, driving under suspension, and left of center, and fictitious registration, and open container of alcohol in the vehicle. Those are still pending, hasn't been pled to. And then he's got all cases that he pled to and never completed.
Judge, do you mind if I call him and would you recall, please?
We'll recall this case later in the docket for Mr. Cook. Mr. Cook, your lawyer's going to call down and talk to you, and then we'll recall you.
Thank you.
Do you need the court's files, or?
No, you gave it to me last time, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Michael Johnson, case number CRA 24-824, CRB 24-825, CRB 24-323, and Kyle Maynard is on deck.
Mr. Johnson has some new charges that he got arrested on, so I understand. He was at the counseling center before.
Yes, Your Honor.
And he's got an old case that's still pending here, 24-323. Mr. Stratton was the lawyer on that. I believe Mr. Steyer was Mr. Johnson's attorney on some charges in common pleas. Mr. Steyer over there in his office? Or?
Here he's coming.
Okay.
What's the name here, sir?
Michael Johnson, or is it it's Roger Smith, isn't it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't recognize the name.
Okay, I think it's Roger Smith.
I'll get Roger.
Roger represented you, right, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, sir.
So we'll get him in the courtroom. All right, Mr. Smith, it's my understanding you represent Mr. Johnson on some matters in common, please?
Correct, Judge. He's at ILC. We just had a review Wednesday, and he's doing well. And then he was arrested yesterday.
Okay. So, Mr. Stratton also represents him on a pending case here, but he's not available, so I'm going to appoint you.
Your Honor, I'm on video.
I'm sorry?
Oh, Sean's on video.
Oh, okay, Mr. Stratton is, well, I'm still going to appoint Mr. Smith since he's here, so I think it's, and he's representing him in common pleas, and this is the new charge is a felony.
Okay, yeah, that's fine, Your Honor.
Is the charge that Mr. Stratton was representing him on, is that the theft charge?
Yeah.
23 theft charge. Yeah.
And I believe the reason we had it before the court today was because we were going to present evidence on restitution. But we determined that we're not going to be able to do that. So
Okay.
that's what's the
So
last.
there's not going to be a restitution order on that theft offense?
That's correct.
Did you hear that, Mr. Stratton?
Yeah, that was the only issue we had to do with that case is the restitution. If there's not a restitution issue, that case could be finalized.
All right. Well, let me do the arraignment on this new charge, and then we'll take up the pending misdemeanor theft offense. So, Mr. Johnson has two new charges, 24-824, 24-825. I'll deliver copies of those to you, Mr. Smith.
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
Take copies of the charges, and they should have been faxed to the jail, Mr. Johnson, for you to receive also these charges. Do you wish me to read them into the record?
No, Judge, we would waive reading.
And one's an M1, one's an F5. And he was at the counseling center. I have a report from them. Says he's been compliant with his treatment there. So what's the state's position on bond on these new charges?
Your Honor, we wouldn't be opposed to him going back to treatment if they are willing to accept him.
Can I make a phone call?
Yes.
Thank you.
Because of the nature of the charge, you got to
Yes.
check.
Yes, Your Honor.
It is, I don't think there would be any registration requirement on these, because I thought it would maybe be a different charge, as telecommunications harassment charges.
That's a felony?
One of them they charge as a felony.
Yes, just telephone harassment.
Shouldn't be a problem, but can I just clarify?
Yes.
If you want to recall, Judge, that'd be fine.
Okay, so we'll recall Mr. Johnson. Well, first, I guess we need to know from you, are you willing to go back to the counseling center if they're willing to take you back?
Yes, sir, I was working on getting my kids back, and I did training sessions, and I got that, and they did.
Okay, Mr. Tarvin's going to talk with the powers that be at the counseling center to make sure that would work. So once he finds that out, we'll recall you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
State of Ohio versus Kyle Maynard at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 24478.
And Mr. Maynard was placed in custody Monday because I took it as a refusal to go back to treatment at the point that he was being offered transportation. He spent since Monday in jail. So we're here, I put it on for a hearing about bond revocation and his condition. So, Mr. Stratton, you're his lawyer. I know you're unable to be here today, but I understand you have had a chance to talk with Mr. Maynard.
Yes, Your Honor, he's definitely willing to go back to treatment, to go to DCC. I think there was just a huge misunderstanding on Friday,
Monday.
There was another part.
It was Monday.
Monday, I'm sorry. There was another party there that sort of made things a little worse, I believe, and the discussion with TCC and things got a little out of hand. But he is apologetic for what happened, and he is willing to go back and obey the court order.
Okay, and they're willing, I've already been given the sign that they're willing to take you, and we'll pick you up today.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I just encourage you, Mr. Maynard, and maybe this is, well, I'm going to go ahead and ask it anyway, because you said on the record that your wife has a substance use problem, but she doesn't have any criminal charges, so I can't make her go to treatment. But has she left the area now, or where is she? Is she involved with your child or not?
As far as she's not been involved with her child, no.
Okay, so she's out of the picture now.
Yeah.
So one of the things Mr. Tarvin told me today, before court, is, and they have a wonderful, fairly new program there where they will take families that have substance use issues and let them all be together. So you, your wife, your child could all be at the counseling center. You know that because you tried it out and she left. They're still willing to do that, I think, if she would return and go into treatment, which I think would be the best option for the whole family. And I have a family very similar to you in age and circumstances that is there now, and they're doing wonderful.
One's a coworker now.
They've actually hired one. They've actually hired, the husband is working maintenance, as I understand it, at the counseling center. So,
Your Honor, I don't believe, in my discussions with him, I don't believe he even knows where she's at.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but so at some point you've got to get clean because you're going to have to be the father to this child. And I mean, your mother was here before, and she's not here today. She needs to. I know she's got a lot on her plate helping take care of this child. But she's got to readjust her priorities too. She's got to help you get clean and not enable you anymore to stay dirty. She's been enabling you to stay dirty, and that's not going to work in the long haul for you and this child. You got to get clean. You got to be the parent, and whatever it takes to get clean, that's got to be the top priority. And I know you, and I've had you in court for a while. This has been a serious problem. This is the right thing for you to do. Go back to the counseling center and treatment, get clean, take on your responsibility as father of this child, and make sure that she has as good a life as possible, and that's on you. And it doesn't look like you're going to have a lot of help from the mother of the child, but whatever it is, you got to do it. You got to take the responsibility. Do you understand? Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's start the process again today. I'm releasing you from the jail to go to counseling at the counseling center. I want to see you back in a couple weeks or so to make sure, and he doesn't have to necessarily come to court. We can do it by, he can come to court. We could do it by teleconference if that's more convenient for the counseling agency. So let's see. So I think that would be the 7th of February?
That will work, Your Honor.
Okay. You're available then, Mr. Sherman?
I am.
All right. February 7th will be the next hearing, and I think that's all the matters you have today, Mr. Oh, you got one more. The bailiff was telling me you got some other cases. So don't leave. Don't leave us yet. We'll recall this next. February 7th is the next hearing for Mr. Maynard.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor, we have some recalls from jail, but we're not ready for those yet, so we'll call Mr. Stratton's cases.
Okay, we're going to call your cases now, Mr. Stratton.
Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Christopher J. Blevins, case number CRB 2286, CRC 21595A and B, CRA 21162, CRB 19439A and B.
Okay.
Mr. Blevins, I believe has 4 hours of community service left. And then, I don't know how much left he has left on payments, but he should have almost be done.
Your Honor, if I may, he turned in 4 hours of community service this morning. I don't see that he owes community service, but it will go towards some fines.
Okay.
I talked it over with him this morning. I don't remember the exact number. I think he owes $230 or, Mr. Major updated the report and we've explained to him what he owes.
Okay. He doesn't have a whole lot left. This is taking some time. We've been on this journey together. You've been, as it often is, it wasn't a straight line. It was a jagged line for a while. It's been a pretty good straight line for a while now. So, congratulations. You've done well the last while that you've been coming to court.
My bills were really high this month.
In 2019.
And I don't believe those reflect the 4 hours that he turned in today. I have not entered them, so they probably will not make them.
All right, so I'm going to set one more, at least one more for you. And maybe we'll wrap everything up, the next one, and I'll put it out for a couple months.
My bills were really high, or I would have had that paid today.
Okay. Now, here's what I wanted to see for all the people that I have. You know, it's such an epidemic in our community of substance use, and you got affected by it, and you're not alone. There's a lot of people. I try to give people a chance to get clean and get into recovery. And I'm okay if at the first, which I think it was with you, if you do it because you don't want to go to jail and you're afraid that I'm going to put you in jail. But at some point, it has to become what you want, and I think that's happened for you.
Yeah, it did.
Because it has to be, it's for your life.
Yeah.
It affects you more than anybody else, and then all the people that you care about that are around you. It affects them.
I wouldn't have stopped otherwise, probably.
So, good job. You're near the end. You've made a lot of progress, and I'm proud of you for doing that. So let's set your next hearing for March 21st, and hopefully wrap things up then.
I'm having a baby on the 17th.
Oh, well, congratulations. Let's move it back a little bit and give you some time. You sure it's going to be, is it one of those that you know it's going to be the 17th?
Yeah.
Okay, let's make it March 28th then. You should be able to dig out by then and come into court.
Thank you.
March 28th, next hearing. You're available then, Mr. Stratton? Okay, March 28th.
Mr. Stratton, you're okay with the time limit, right?
Yes, I'm okay with the time.
Okay. All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Earl Paulton, case number PRC 24-2528 A and B. Your Honor, I'm not sure that this is Mr. Stratton's case, but he did sign one of the entries for driving privilege in the case.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll put you down as counsel of record for Mr. Paulton. This is the first pre-trial today.
Yeah, Your Honor, we just need this discovery, we request that from the prosecutor, and go from there. So if we could just set it maybe for the 7th, maybe we can have a resolution that day.
Okay, so that's February 7th should be fine. I'll set that as the next hearing date, February 7th, pre-trial at 10 a.m.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Paulton, you're free to go, and you should get in touch with Mr. Stratton before that hearing date.
Yeah, he texted me this morning, I'll text him later.
Any questions, sir?
No, I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
What time I gotta be here?
10 a.m. 10 a.m. February 7th.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Mr. Stratton has two different cases set for sentencing today. I'm not sure that he actually did. He used to be here for those, but it's a Mr. Workman and a Mr. Cooper.
Okay, we can call them, just to make sure. It probably is set for sentencing because there's a bond though.
State of Ohio versus Eric C. Workman, case number TRC 241384, A, B, and C.
Well, no, I think this is one we were going to let pen. The case hasn't been resolved, so Mr. Stratton is still actively involved in this.
I didn't have this work on my schedule today, Your Honor. I apologize for that.
He has been, according to an entry in the file, he went to Southern Hope December 23rd for inpatient treatment. Anybody here from Southern Hope today?
Attorney Ben Luftman is representing him now, I believe.
Yes, this is a sentencing, but I believe that he had to be somebody with sentencing, Your Honor. I believe that's...
You are correct, okay. Well, there was an entry, I didn't look at the time, by Mr. Luftman setting it for a hearing today at 1 o'clock. So you're off the hook on this one, Mr. Stratton. It's no longer your case. I'll put Mr. Luftman down as counsel of record.
Okay, good.
State of Ohio versus Deshaun Cooper, case number TRC 242141, A and B.
And this is your case. It looks like Mr. Stratton and Mr. Cooper, by my notes, were supposed to be at Pathways in Greeno, and it was set for sentencing today.
Yes, that's correct. Should have a letter from Pathways today.
I have a letter from Crescent Counseling that is back in November. That's the last letter from any counseling service I have. So,
The court, last time we were here, you wanted a letter from Pathways. He was to bring it up. Is he there? I think
he is not. He is not here.
Okay. He was supposed to bring a letter from Pathways today, 11/19. Just give me 7 days, I'll see where he's at, and I'll get it in the court.
All right, he's got 7 days to appear before warrant issues.
Okay.
And I think that finishes you up, Mr. Stratton.
So I'm good on Michael Johnson, I do not need to stay on for that?
I don't think you do, because I appointed Mr. Smith's handling that now.
Okay, all right, thank you, Your Honor, appreciate it.
Ready for pre-trial, Your Honor.
Okay, we're going back to pre-trials here at the court.
State of Ohio versus Philip R. Williams, case number TRC 242527, A, B, and C.
It's Mr. Each's case is set for a pre-trial today.
Your Honor, Mr. Heald and I had a chance to discuss this case some. We discussed some potential outcomes. I need to do a few things. What I'd ask the court to do is reset this. I'm in your court, Your Honor, on February 14 and the 21st. Have no preference if either one of those dates will work for another pretrial.
Okay. We need to get pensions to work on the scheduler because it drops on me like 4 or 5 times today. I had to restart it, redo it every time. Pensions is our software provider. Okay, what were those dates you said?
The February 14 or the 21st, Your Honor. I really have no preference if you can work
Let's
me
do
in.
the 21st.
Yes, sir.
February 21st will be the next pre-trial at 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just let me know what you decide.
State of Ohio versus Courtney Corbin, case number CRB 24614.
Mr. Smith is representing Ms. Corbin, she's at Bethesda. It's a very good report.
Thank you.
Good job. What's the, how much longer are we, do we have any time frame?
The end of March.
Okay.
And she wants to continue, Your Honor, with sober living. Yes, sir.
February 28th?
Well, if I can get here about 11, Judge, I've got a hearing at 9 o'clock in Huntington.
That's fine.
Okay, yes, I can do it then if I can be a little bit late.
February 28th for pretrial, 10 o'clock. Good job, man.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Sandra Hanshaw, case number CRB 24668.
Roger Smith's case, pretrial.
Judge, we might be heading towards a bench trial, but she's currently involved in a children's services case I represent her on. I'm hoping we don't have to go that route, but to speak to Mr. Hill, if we could have one more pre-trial before we set a bench trial, that maybe we can resolve it. That's the hope.
What's your time frame?
On it's going to go on for quite a while, so I don't want to put this behind that, but as far as having the pretrial trial, I'm not sure.
Pretrial, you're talking about?
If we come back, probably a couple, 3 weeks would be enough time to, Mr. Hill and I can talk some more about it.
The 10th?
Let's see, Judge, February. Monday, yes, sir. That'd be fine.
February 10th will be the next hearing. For pretrial, 10 o'clock.
Prosecutor. This will be the next time I sit down here. Check with my call for shoulder. You're good to go for today.
State of Ohio versus Sammy Hazlett, case number TRD 24/2016.
Approach, Judge.
Yes.
This,
Mr. Hill said I can.
How long? February?
That'd be fine, Judge. Yes, sir.
February 21, for 3 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus David Labor II, case number CRB 24764, CRB 23757.
Mr. Smith's case.
It's on his request.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's just, yeah.
Judge, you look at this, he's making...
I don't have a copy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, here.
Last one I have is December 16th.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
He'd like you to know, Judge, he's paid his dog taxes. He brought the receipt with him. So that's, if that was an issue, it has been taken care of.
Trying to keep my word.
Well, the charge is failure to fine, so I don't know what the state's looking for on that. The affidavit says there was a bite involved.
Well, there was the dog bit the pant leg of the person but didn't cause any injury. Now, also, Your Honor, we have the wrong name of the victim on here. We need to amend the body of the complaint to reflect the victim who's Beverly Johnson.
That's my, I used to call her step-grandma or something, my dad's girlfriend's mom, and she's had it out for me and my sister since I've been here.
Well, I don't see it in it's in the affidavit, but I don't see it in the body of the complaint.
Well, it says Mary Jo, it's a different name on the second line of the complaint.
Oh, okay. And you're Beverly Johnson?
Yes, sir.
No objection, Your Honor, to the amendment.
Be amended to the correct name of the alleged victim. So what's the state looking for on that charge?
Well, if he were to enter a guilty plea, we'd just ask for a small fine, court costs.
He's nodding yes, Judge. He would, his recommendation is a small fine and cost. He will change his plea to guilty.
All right. Is that correct? Do you agree with your lawyer? Okay. Do you want to say anything?
No, they're trying to keep my word for you. I let you down last time.
Okay. Based on his circumstances, I'm just going to order him to pay the court costs. I'm not going to pay the
Appreciate that, Your Honor. Thank you.
And then on the other, having continued, it seems like the counseling is going pretty well.
It does. You like counseling? Doing okay?
What I don't like about it right now is because I'm outpatient. They only got me 2 days out of a week, and I don't like it. Well, I don't like to let I feel like myself that I shouldn't have no daggone, I shouldn't have no daggone, what's it called? leverage over when somebody, the other guys rehab the houses. They gotta go one every day, you know? And I was like, I'm getting a slap on the wrist, I'm gonna do 2 days and 2 daggone drug tests. Well, what's the difference in me and the other guys? That groups really helps me. That's why I really don't ever.
Well, I'll leave it up to the provider if you feel like, and they feel like you could benefit by going more,
Yeah.
that's fine, you can go.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, okay.
I ain't talked to Liz yet, but I'm hoping.
I think this is a first.
I've never had a judge, they wanted more treatment, but.
Yeah.
Well, that is encouraging for a young man to want to do even more than he's being required to do. But I wanted to mention something about the dog case. I'm told that the dog is still running around loose.
No,
We gotta make sure.
I'm probably giving my word.
Because I don't want to have to come back here and then have to try to
No,
take our dog.
I give you my word. No, she stays on a leash and stuff. And every time I take her out, she's on a leash. Now, when I get over in the field, because my house is like, it's like my neighbors up here all around me. But the field beside my house, in between mine and my neighbor Rocky's, straight to a field. So, and here when it snows, I let her and Missy run around the field. That's the only time I let her run around is when she's in the field.
Just make sure you do
I'll keep
it all the
her on a
time.
leash.
Okay.
I don't want her to that one sort her. Gosh. That's all that woman's ever tried to do is that one do whatever she can to get me that one gone or take everything I got. She's hated me for 18 years.
Okay, I'm gonna set his next hearing for February 28th, I think you're already here.
Yeah, that's here at 11 o'clock, but I'll be here, Judge, yes, sir.
February 28th will be the next hearing.
And is that on the other charge that was a probation violation?
23,757.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think there's ever been a plea on it. I don't believe.
What was that case number?
23,757.
I think there has
Oh, maybe there is.
been, yes.
Okay, you're correct. I don't have, usually I get a summary, I don't have that. Okay. So that would really be pre-trial and review then. Okay, February 28th.
All right. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Brandon Potts, case number CRB 24306, CRB 2494, CRB 23712. Brandon Potts.
Mr. Smith's case for pre-trial.
Judge, this is a case that he had some charges that went to common pleas. He was arraigned by Judge Ballard. We have a pretrial coming up there. He was working down south, and I don't know why he's not here today. I would ask for 7 days and find out if he's got his date with common pleas mixed up with today or why he's not here. But I know he does have a case pending.
Yeah,
It runs out this
this
court.
call, and he's got a common police court case also. So
Yes.
He's got 7 days to appear before one issue.
Thank you. I'll see if I can figure out what's going on.
State of Ohio versus Adria Price, case number CRB 24693.
Recently received, I saw an email from this Southern Ohio Forensic Evaluation. I think it's still in the works.
It is, Judge. My understanding, I asked that it be done ASAP, be the response to their reaching out to the court. We are still interested in having that done as soon as possible.
Okay. We've been coming back Well, the last time we were here was December 20th.
What I want is though, and I was seeing if she could be suspended with her house arrest. So she could take me to work and I could get the schedule.
Yeah, that's something she'd have to ask for through her lawyer. She was asked for, her mom apparently is on house arrest and transportation. I told her she needs to have her mom deal with that.
Because technically I'm not driving at the minute. I do drive, but I'm the only one who can drive, with the roads being icy on Big Branch.
Okay, well, there's not been an application from your mother. I don't know what, I don't want to prejudge it at all. If it comes up, then I'll deal with it then. 14th, is that weird?
Actually, Judge, that is the second day of a trial in front of Judge Ballard.
21st?
That'd be better, yes, Judge, I can do that.
Okay.
21st. 2/20.
Next hearing is February 21st, 10 o'clock. Hopefully we'll have the evaluation completed by then.
Yes, sir.
And I'm due to start this job on the 2nd.
I'll tell her lawyer. We'll see you then.
State of Ohio versus Jacob M. Thompson, case number CRB 24-740.
This is Mr. Smith's case. WP is involved with Mr. Thompson.
Yes, Your Honor. I was able to speak with his counselor this morning, and he said that he is compliant with attending his appointments as scheduled.
Got a letter there as well.
Okay, he has a letter.
Okay. It's a little bit dated, but it looks like we've got started.
That was the last one he gave me. I went yesterday, actually, and he just told me to give you that one.
Okay. Well, just continue on, and you want to do that February 21st?
We could, Judge, yes, sir. 21st at 10.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus John L. Sullivan, case number CRB 24779.
Yes, I'm here.
This is Tyler Smith's case set today for a pre-trial, and we already have a trial date set for
On the
February
7th, yes. Mr. Sullivan, I had called you earlier and left a message. I hadn't heard back from you, but I'll go ahead and tell you the state had made an offer. If you want to take it, if not, we're already set for trial. But it was a 30-day suspended sentence and anger management, complete anger management as a sentence if you pled to the charge. If not, we'll have a trial on the 7th.
No, I'm not.
Okay. All right, well, we're set for the trial, so we'll just keep
We'll
it.
keep the trial date on for February the 7th at noon, and you will have to be here in person, sir.
Okay, yeah.
And I'll call you, Mr. Sullivan, so we can prepare and talk about everything on that, okay?
You got all the contact information?
Yes, I do. I've got 2 numbers. I've left a message, but he may have been waiting on that. I don't know if it affected or not, but I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay.
All right.
If you don't reach out to me, or I'll call you.
You can call me, but I'll
call you.
yeah, I've got 2 different numbers. One's a 419 area code, which is usually Northwestern Ohio, and then a 614 area code are the two phone numbers I have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
I have
Thank
one
you.
other issue, and that is a witness to this, which I think is pretty important for our prosecution. Would not be able to be here in person, we'd like to have her be able to testify via Zoom. She lives in Columbus.
Who's the, it's a witness or?
Savannah Cottrell.
Yes.
That's my girlfriend.
Your girlfriend?
She's not
Yes.
the victim.
She's a witness? No, she can't be here the 7th? Mr. Sullivan?
No, her mom is, nobody really has money to
Okay.
get back and forth that far, it's 2 hours.
Right. Well, obviously you'll have to be here, but that's fine.
Yeah.
We can do it via Zoom, Your Honor. I don't have any objection to that.
All right. February 7th at noon will be the next hearing.
Thank you. I'll be in touch, Mr. Sullivan.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Jordan Bartram, case number CRB 24757.
Morning, Judge.
Morning. This is Mr. Scott's case set for pre-trial.
Yeah, let me, hold on a second. Apparently he. $500. That's not right.
Sounds good.
Nice to meet you, by the way.
Yeah.
He's always working on the clients.
Can we accomplish something today?
I believe so, Your Honor.
What is this gentleman's name? I'm sorry. What is it?
Bartram.
I believe so, Judge. Made a counter offer to the state. I believe Mr. Hill's confirming some information.
Jordan Bartram. Give him $4 a barge. Well, we didn't have it on the docket, so we don't have the file. But one of the questions, and I want to make sure that we know what the answer to this is. I'm told by Mr. Bartram's attorney that Mr. Bartram gave money to the alleged victim in this as a matter of restitution already. I want to make sure that that's the case.
Yeah, it was never Cash App, and I can disclose that, but also your incident report taken by the sheriff mentions that directly.
Yeah, so if we can get the file out, have it recalled.
Okay, we'll recall it later in the night.
Well, it's a dog. No, it's fine, isn't it?
State of Ohio versus Jacob Heskett, case number CRB 23750.
Who do you want to approach on this one? Case. Judge, me and Mr. Hill talked about this in the back. I believe he's checking with his alleged victim. We may approach briefly once he accomplishes that.
May we approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
You'll get shot.
And that's my, they always have war, so. It was, there's no situation. This is not to see. He did a 3-day. It's been tried by the police and the doors. There's some stuff going on there. In the divorce, both. So it was 6 months. Judge sent that to allow us to present. We have temporary work everywhere. He lives in West Virginia now. She's still in the Sacramento area. There's no contact. So I just don't want this to be, I don't want this to be a proxy for domestic relations.
I can't make mistakes.
Sure. He said she was affidavit and say, hey, she stood here on the record before saying this all that. I would like to present the case so we can discuss it regarding the lives
Okay, the state's agreeable to nulling this on condition that the defendant pays court costs. It's my understanding he's in agreement with.
That's correct, Your Honor. Dismissal or not leave the court cost.
He needs to see the clerk to pay the costs.
Right, thank you.
You're welcome. And that's going to happen today, correct?
Yes, we'll make it happen today.
State of Ohio recalls Dennis Cook at the Lawrence County Jail. And Michael Johnson is on deck.
This is Mr. Morford's case. Being recalled. The state's gone ahead and nollied the felony onto the grand jury. So we've got a pending traffic matter that's never been resolved, and then old cases which are all traffic. 2 of them are OBIs, but the other, another looks like driving under suspension probably. Yeah, and that he never did what he was ordered to do.
Judge, with respect to the outstanding traffic citations, he would enter a plea of no contest with the requisite stipulation of findings of fact were guilty.
Okay. Is that correct, Mr. Cook?
Yes, sir.
What are those case numbers?
24, 2603, A, B, C, and D. I'm going to read the officer's, citing officer's report into the record. It's not very long. State Route 775 at County Road 70, left to center, driving under suspension confirmed by computer, fictitious registration. Tags belong to his mother, who owns a Ford. Tags were on a 2002 Chevy Silverado. Open container of natural light on the driver's floorboard. That's from Trooper Sullivan. Is there anything Mr. Cook wishes to say about this? Or you, Mr. Morrison?
No, I don't believe so, Judge.
No, sir.
Okay, have you been in jail continuously since December 28th, since this happened?
Yes, sir.
So 19 days. And then how does he plead to the allegation that he didn't complete the things he was ordered to do previously by the court?
He would admit that, Judge. One of the failures to appear was caused by hospitalization. I don't have any proof to offer you which hospital he's in or when, but that was his recollection.
Mr. Cook, did you have on this Chevy pickup truck you were driving December 28th, was there any kind of insurance coverage on that?
No, sir, the title wasn't fixed yet.
Okay.
I just got the truck running.
You are going to get you'll get a suspension from the Ohio Bureau of Motor Vehicles for driving that vehicle without, suspended with without insurance.
Yes, sir.
Okay, on the driving under suspension, which is the A case, I'm going to impose a $200 fine, court costs, 20 days in jail, suspend 1, credit for 19 served. Set a review hearing date for him for July the 18th, 2025 for a review hearing.
Judge, should I address him real quick?
Yeah.
Mr. Cook, he did just a review hearing for you on July 18th. So no matter what happens in the future, you have to be here on July 18th or notify the court why you're unable to be here.
Yes, sir, I understand. I'm going to get all this stuff off my head. I don't have to keep what's on my shoulder. I'm like, if an assault took it,
Well, you've got history dating back 11 years that you're going to have to take care of stuff owed to this court.
I understand.
Okay, then the B case is the fictitious registration. On that, I'll impose a $40 fine. The C case is left of center. I'll impose a $20 fine on that. Okay, there should be, I don't know if we got a clue, there should be a D. Open container.
The open container.
I'll impose a $100 fine on the open container. All the same review hearing date. July 18, 2025. And since he's going to be tied up for a while, on all these old cases, I'll withdraw the warrants, set them for July 18th also.
Thank you, Judge.
So you still have all these old cases you got to take care of, and I'm setting them all for the same date with your new charge review hearing, July the 18th at 9 o'clock. This is your only notice you'll get of when that is.
Okay, thanks, sir.
So what you need to do, once you're going to go to Gallia County now, take care of whatever they've got up there for you. Once you get out, you need to be mindful that you got these cases here you have to take care of and get back here on July the 18th.
Yes, sir.
If you don't show up, you automatically get a warrant for not showing up.
Okay. I appreciate it, sir.
Okay. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a good day.
State of Ohio recalls Michael Johnson into Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 24824, CRB 24825, CRB 24323.
And this is Mr. Roger Smith's case.
Yes, Judge, we took a brief pause to see if the council center was willing to take him back, and I would defer to the council, but I believe they are.
We are.
So,
Okay, so I'll do an order on 24/8/24/825, Michael Johnson. Twenty-four, 825. Releasing him to the counseling center for treatment. And I think we were going to come back on February 7th on that plan, Mr. Smith.
I believe that was correct, Judge, if I might check.
And defendant waives time till then.
He does wait time, yes, Judge, to get back and forth.
So that'll be on the preliminary hearing on the new case and sentencing on his old case.
Yes, Judge, it was the 7th.
February 7th. So you should be going to back to the counseling center today, Mr. Johnson, and we'll see you in a few weeks and see how you're doing.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll talk to you, Michael.
All right, thanks.
Appreciate it.
State of Ohio recalls Jordan Bartram, case number CRB 24757.
And this is Mr. Scott's case.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Scott in the courtroom. Need Mr. Scott in the courtroom.
I apologize, Judge, I was speaking to my client.
So the state's got their file now.
Yes, Your Honor, and this was set for January the 6th, which was the snow day, and they got reset for today and didn't get on our radar, so we apologize for that. Had a chance to look at this a little bit, and having spoken with Mr. Scott this morning about it, I didn't have all the facts in front of me, but there were multiple dogs. There's more than one. There's several, and apparently this was a delivery person who was attacked and actually bitten. However, he did not seek any treatment, which that's up to him, I guess. But it actually was a dog bite, and then the deputy showed up and actually had to fire a shot at one of the dogs because of its aggressive behavior. They're pit bulls, at least one of them is, if not more. So one of the things we have to do, now I'm told that the dog is gone, but there was more than one dog, so I don't know.
There's more than one dog. With the officer, we do have Ring doorbell footage of all of it. Fortunately, he did have a Ring system installed. The Lawrence County Sheriff arrived, knocked on the door, same as my dog if I had a cop show up and bang on my door. My dog was going to bark and come towards the door. The transgressive dog that allegedly bit the driver has been disposed of. Correct. Restitution was paid prior to any court being involved. There's been no incidents since.
We did confirm that $500 was paid to the victim, and it was his phone that got.
Correct.
The dog bit the phone too. So that satisfied him as far as restitution. We had talked about this being a fourth degree, or amended to a minor misdemeanor, but I believe it should stay a fourth degree misdemeanor.
I'm not doing it M4.
Pardon?
I can't do it M4, not with him being volitional and paying the restitution, getting rid of the dog, and doing the right things, even before the court.
Okay.
Set it for trial?
I'll do a minor misdemeanor court cost. Get it done.
We can have a trial for one too.
If that's a state's prerogative, we'll set up for trial.
Okay. All right, is there any time issues where?
Well, we can waive time for purposes of trial, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at, the 10th would be okay, of February. The 18th, that's a Tuesday. The 21st, 24th. The 14th is pretty busy, so I'd rather not.
That's what I was gonna recommend.
Already got 2 trials set that day.
Judge, are you opposed to pushing to the first week of March?
Not as long as there's, time is not an issue, it's fine, unless the state opposes it.
We're okay with that, Your Honor.
I can do the 3rd or the 7th, whichever the court prefers.
The 7th.
Okay.
And then it'll be at noon.
Okay.
March 7th at noon for trial.
Here, Jason. Will you get us that rent
Yep.
payment?
Yes, I sure will.
State of Ohio recalls Austin Hawley, case number CRB 21-246, CRB 2262.
Okay, Mr. Paul, you did do your screen today, and it is clean. So I'm going to, it's showing there's $100 left, but I'm going to say that was cost, so I'll suspend it. Your cases are completed.
Thank you, sir.
You're free to go.
State of Ohio versus Tracy A. Berry, case number CRB 2514, A, B, and C.
Mr. Stiers' case?
Yes, Your Honor. You may recall that this matter, there was some, we'll say excitement at the jail on Monday at the time that this was going on. And, but Ms. Berry was released. I received an email, well, first a phone call followed by an email from the, from St. Mary's Hospital, we'll put it that way. Ms. Berry is hospitalized at the moment with no expected out date. What I told them was that I was going to ask for continuance at this time. Said, give me an idea how long so we can know how long to ask, and they said that they just didn't know. So I'm going to ask the court to kind of, in its wisdom, decide how far out we want to go. I will tell you that on the basis of this, I'm going to be filing a different plea and some other motions.
A month? Roughly?
That's probably a safe amount of time. And I will communicate this information to the hospital. I won't have contact directly with Ms. Berry, but I'll communicate it to them and tell them when the next court date is, so that if she is still hospitalized, I'll ask them to get me that information at the time.
Stay in agreement with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
February 21st?
I'm available.
February 21st will be the next hearing.
State of Ohio versus Amber Sloan, case number CRB 24729.
Mr. Stiers' case for pretrial.
And Your Honor, this is one where we've begun discovery. I've gotten the written discovery, but it has come to light that there should at least be some body camera footage of interviews, but we believe there might also be some security camera footage of the alleged incident itself. We've requested that. I think the state at least has the body camera, but I don't know if they actually have the security footage yet. They're either going to seek that and then provide it, or just provide it if they already have it. So we're going to need to ask for a continuance on this one too. Well, I'm going to ask the state that. How long is it take you to get that footage together?
We just requested the security video, if any, from the school. It shouldn't take, I mean, we ought to be able to get it in a couple of weeks or so.
Well, in that case, Your Honor, we're going to waive time constraints to accommodate this anyway, and also there's a pending discovery request. The time is told. Does Monday or Friday matter to you?
Yeah, either one.
Then I would ask, would the day we just use that for this, the 21st of February.
February 21st.
That'll give us time to get the video and for me to look at it and meet with Ms. Sloan.
Next hearing, February 21st at 10 o'clock for the pretrial.
Thank you.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Heather Krager, case number CRB 24104.
The workers' case. She's at home now. Yes. Okay, so she's been at hometown for a little over 3 months with an ankle monitor. Because she left Bethesda before. Is this your project now or still mine?
What does that mean?
Do I want you to get clean more than you want to get clean?
No, Your Honor, I definitely want to get clean.
That's what it means.
Okay.
And I count on you doing what you need to do, even if I'm not putting an ankle monitor on you anymore.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna order it removed.
Thank you so
You're
much.
still gonna do what you need to do. Okay?
Thank you.
So, I'll order that today, ankle monitor to be removed. And then, we'll continue to monitor, you're getting good reports. Come back in approximately a month.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm going to feel really foolish and be upset if they contact me and said, well, you took that ankle monitor off, so you left.
You will not get a report.
Okay, let's make it the 21st, so that's almost a month, or a little over a month. February 21st is available then, Mr. Morford, I think you already told me you were.
Okay.
February 21st?
Yes, good.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Okay,
Thank you,
so
Your Honor.
much.
good job.
State of Ohio versus Barbara R. Lawson, case number CRB 22709.
Mr. Morford's case. That's counting. coming up on a big transition here. We got plans for that, how it's all gonna work out. Got a good place to go to?
Yes.
Okay. So how are we gonna handle that? Is she gonna do those in Ironton or?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Keep following this.
I believe there was a children's services case going on.
Yes,
Cindy,
there
how's
is.
that going?
It's going really good.
You're still working on the case?
Yeah,
plan?
we go back to court in March, and then I think they're going to dismiss it all.
So that being the case, we'd like to follow it through.
Come back in March.
Yes, please.
You know what your hearing date is for your children's services case?
No, I'm not for sure. I just know it's in March, early in March.
So you're getting visitation now? Or?
Yes, we're getting ready to come up on unsupervised visits too.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
About the 17th of March.
That's good to hear, Judge.
Okay, so 2 months exactly, March 17th.
At what time?
Next hearing, pre-trial, good job.
Thank you.
Don't mess it up now.
I'm not.
A lot of people do when this transition happens, they go to a different level. Sometimes they go backwards, don't let that happen.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Amber Spears, case number TRC 242254, A and B.
Everything good? Everything good here?
Oh, yeah.
Superior Barge Company. Yeah.
Okay, how do you want to proceed, Mr. Morgan?
Judge, I'd like to continue on. It looks like maybe there's a few things left to be done.
She's doing her outpatient treatment and she's doing good.
And she is gainfully employed
Yes,
at
yes.
Superior Marine as well.
Yes.
Are you ready to cut her loose?
How much, are you about done with your?
I'm there till March. I think Sam said my completion date was March 10th or March 15th.
So yeah, her completion date's in March.
Maybe continue until then, Judge.
Well, I believe this case is still pending.
It is.
So we need to, what we would be willing to do, she's made significant progress. And right now, if she's found guilty and, she's runs the risk of, because it's a high score, of actually spending some time in jail if she's found guilty. What we would like to do is encourage her to continue on with her treatment that she's doing so well in. And if she does really well, and if she would enter a guilty plea, then when it comes time for sentencing, we would be agreeable to recommending to the court that we treat it as a low score first offense, So we'd like to be able to offer her that today, and the alternative would be to go ahead and set it for a trial.
We would have to change the plea, Your Honor.
Okay, so Ms. Spears is entering a guilty plea with delayed sentencing to let her finish her treatment, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
And that's going to happen sometime in March?
Yeah.
Mid-March.
Okay. Well, let's come back at the end of March and see where she is at that point. And I want to make sure you understand, Ms. Spears, what you're asking, or what I think is being asked, is to avoid any jail time. So the legislature passes the law in Ohio. I don't make the law. They just let me enforce it, but they tell me what the law is.
Right.
The legislature has said if you test 1.7 or higher, even on a first offense, I got to give you 3 days in jail at minimum.
Right.
So you're in here asking me to do something the legislature says, and there is no provision in the law that says, well, if you go to treatment, Judge, you don't have to do that. So the prosecutor's willing to go along with it, but if he wasn't willing to go along with it and I didn't give you jail time, he could appeal me to our 4th District Court of Appeals, and they would reverse it and send it back and say, you got to give her jail time. So you're asking for, the point is, you're asking for something that's extraordinary. That's beyond what the legislature says I'm supposed to do. So I want to be convinced that this is a one-time episode, that it's never going to happen again. Your test score was 20. That's really high.
Yeah.
That's pretty drunk.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to know that you've changed, and this isn't going to be something that's going to happen in this jurisdiction or any other jurisdiction.
Absolutely
where
not.
you hurt yourself or somebody else while you're driving.
Nope.
Okay, so let's come back in March. Let's make it 24th.
That's good here, Judge.
March 24th. And it'll be a sentencing hearing now.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, may I approach, Your Honor?
Sure.
Come to.
Well, it doesn't matter as long as they're not going to come in and review it. But it's something, I mean, it is what it is, it's in the record, but, and I'm fine with it, but I want people, it's getting to the point. We started doing this and now people just expect it. You know, the law, this way lawyers are. It's like, you do it once, and then, it's like I said the other day, floodgates open. Okay, well, you gotta do it every time now, and I don't know that that's really should be the case, but.
But the opposite also still applies, and that is if they blow it off, they can go to jail for 6 months.
Well, true, we had, that one that the county had, the clerk from Carroll County, and she missed because she overslept. I mean, she's just not taking it serious, so at some point there's gotta be, there needs to be some, I don't think everybody should get that treatment. You should show some extraordinary effort to get treatment.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, everybody, nobody wants to go to jail. So they're all gonna say they're gonna do it, just like her. Yeah, and that was my criticism of her. She's doing outpatient, now this last girl's doing outpatient too. But the one that was the Cabell County clerk, my impression of her is she's just doing it to try to get out of jail. She's not really making a change. I don't detect that she's committed to a change.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Oh, we've got trials of William Earls. Well, Butch, I think he's incompetent. Butch was going to believe incompetent, but they changed his mind. But in that process, we call off office.
Okay.
Sure, we've been talking all week about this case, Judge, and I said to my girl last night after watching the video. And he said he wants, my client said he wants to come. He said,
State of Ohio versus William Earls, case number CRB 24788.
Okay, this is on the trial docket today, but it's my understanding it's not going to happen today. It may be a trial another day. But there was some communication there, might be a motion to determine whether Mr. Earls is competent to go to trial, but that is not going to happen, or is that going to be?
That's true, Judge. Mr. Hill and I have had at least 3 conversations about this case this past week. And it was my inclination at first to call into question his mental competency to stand trial. After reviewing the DVD from the prosecutor's office yesterday, late yesterday afternoon and evening, I've decided not to do that.
Okay.
And Mr. Earls has indicated to me he wants to proceed to trial.
Okay. But in the intervening time, the state called off their witnesses, so they thought there was going to be a motion on competency.
Yes,
So we
Judge.
need those witnesses for. So and state's making a motion to continue the trial today, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
We join in that motion and waive time,
Okay.
waive time, Your Honor.
So we need to pick another date. And I'm looking at, the 14th is bad because there's already 2 trials set. The 10th is doable. The 18th is doable, the 21st. Any of those dates work? 10th, 18th, 21st. The 18th is a Tuesday. Oh, the 21st I should not do because I just remember that's when Judge Landafeld's coming on the Philip Cook case. So
The 10th
try to
is,
keep that light.
the 10th is okay with me, Judge. I'm here then.
Is the 10th okay for the state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, February 10, we'll set a trial in this case for noon.
You're gonna win, right?
Well, that all depends. I will give him my best efforts.
Okay, if you're missing something or you need something to
You
meet the
need to
case,
get,
call
I'm
me.
giving my phone number,
Okay.
and you need to get in and see me.
Okay, I don't have transportation, so I got my feet. And I don't got no family to give me a ride.
Do you have a phone number?
Yeah, I got a phone.
Well, there's my phone. Call me.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Robert E. Kingsley, case number CRB 210-324, CRA 21-335, CRB 21-346, CRB 21-11-114A and B, CRB 21-222.
Mr. Morton's case at RRS. Mr. Hensley's now working at the Cabell County Animal Shelter.
Yes, Your Honor.
You had a shortage of cats over here?
A shortage of cats?
Yeah.
I think we got more than a shortage.
You don't need 2 more? I'm about to get in trouble there.
Your Honor, he's doing very well with us, making good progress.
Very good.
I came down here like a week ago and put $50, paid $50 towards my fines. I get paid today. I'm going over there to get my check, and I'll come back later on this evening and pay more. If I don't get back in time, what time does the court close? 4? 4. I should be back in time. Put like $100 towards my fines.
Now, this one case, 23-324, I think we've been kind of treating it like it was a review hearing, but actually, I don't think he ever got sentenced on it. 23-324, so it's still pending. Yeah, it's still pending. So that's the one involving Christina Burson, May 21, 2023. So I don't know how you want to handle that, if you want to set up a trial, state's going to dismiss it, leave it pending while you get his treatment, how you want to work. It's an assault charge involving this Christina person, or is the complaint party.
Do we have the file out here? Because it's probably not. It wasn't on there.
Well, the main thing we wanted him to do was was for him to be successful and complete his treatment. And we had discussed the idea of dismissing the charges at the end with the payment of court costs. So I don't know that we have anything that would contradict that at this point.
So that you're okay with this one being dismissed with court costs at some point?
Yes, if it's time to do it now, then we're okay with that.
Well, I don't know if it is, I wasn't sure, I made a note that it never got sentenced, so it was still pending. We can let it remain pending if that's a conscious decision and you're willing to dismiss it with these successful in treatment. That's why I'm hearing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll let it remain pending while he does treatment. He's got a good report from treatment. It doesn't say he's finished, so I assume he's not.
No, he's not finished, Your Honor.
So we'll continue to monitor, maybe go 6 weeks out. Around the 1st of March for his next hearing. March 7th, is that good?
Works here, Judge.
March 7th will be the next hearing, Mr. Hensley. Good job so far.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Jesse L. Devaney, case number CRA 24166 A and B, CRA 24167.
Devaney is on teleconference, Mr. Stiles, attorney.
Hey, Your Honor, Mr. Devaney is employed, I can't recall where he told me he is, but he's employed in a job where he goes off and works stretches in other areas, then comes back for a period of time.
And it says he's compliant.
So what I'd like to do at this point was, assuming the state's intention is to continue to keep this matter pending down here and would like to see a little more progress, as Mr. Devaney, when are you going to be back and for how long?
I'll be back by like February 14th, maybe before that.
And when do you leave again?
So I'm home for like 14 days. I work 28 on, 14 off.
And then, Your Honor, the 21st, which we've already set one of my matters, falls right in the middle of that. So even if we're off by a day or two in either direction on when he'll be gone, he should be here then. So I'd like to ask to set this for the 21st.
All right, Mr. Devaney, you think you can be at the court in person on the 21st of February?
I'll be there regardless. I'll make sure that I put in to have that day off for sure. It's just a plane ticket. It costs $1,200 right now before I would have been there today.
And you were going to be coming home anyway, though, right? For that 2 weeks?
Yeah, I should be coming home. I'm not 100% sure because the project that we're on right now, it's in San Antonio, Texas. It's for the government to explore, and they just said that the project's not going to be completed until March 31st. So it kind of threw me off because usually it takes us about 6 weeks to complete a job, and I've been here since the 3rd right now. So, but regardless, if I need to be there, I can be there.
Okay, well, 21st then, Your Honor, please.
February 21st will be your next hearing, 10 o'clock. Continue with your treatment at OVP.
I do have a letter from my counselor too. My email's disabled, so I didn't get to send it over to my attorney today.
I got one for
We
you.
got one.
We have one in.
Okay.
There was a representative here.
All right, thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Lester Holland, case number CRA 24636. Lester Holland.
Mr. Stiers' case.
Mr. Holland checked in this morning.
He's right here.
Oh, I thought that, yeah, come on up, please. Oh, it's two pages.
Yes.
How you doing?
Report, says he's doing what he's supposed to and is compliant.
That's correct.
Is there, do we have any, there's no information in here about his time frame on completing his current level of treatment. Do you have an idea?
No, I would have to reach out to them to find out what that looks like.
Okay. He's been there since 10/7, so we're at about the, I guess, 3-month mark at this point, roughly. Basically, in my own experience, it's going to be a little bit longer.
I'm okay with going further out for his next hearing versus what we have been doing because he's doing well. So maybe close to 2 months before the next hearing.
So we'd be looking at mid-March. I'm already on the docket on the 14th.
That's fine.
Okay, so
March 14th will be the next hearing, 10 o'clock.
Also, Your Honor, I'd like to mention that because this is a third-degree felony, there was some question, and we reserved maybe the change of opinion about how we wanted to handle this, but I wanted to look at his criminal history to see if there was anything compelling in it. And I think we can keep it here as long as he keeps on doing what he's doing, has good reports, and we can dispose of it here instead of sending it to the grand jury. So we encourage him to keep going in the direction he's going.
and that's obviously our hope, Your Honor, so we're going to do what we can on our side to facilitate that.
Okay, so far so good. We're getting really good reports to keep that up. Now, can only help.
Thank you.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Casey Lynn Blevins, case number CRB 24488 and B, CRA 24487.
This is Mr. Smith's case. Okay, looks like you got an appointment today sometime, or at ODP, is that right? What time, you gonna be able to make it?
2:30, yeah, 2:30.
Okay, yeah, you should be able to. Okay, it's a good report. One time, we weren't so sure that outpatient was a thing for you, but looks like things are going pretty well now.
Yeah, she is progressing well, Your Honor.
Okay, let's go to the 1st of March for her, sometime March 7th.
That is actually day 2 of a jury trial, Judge. Can we do?
March 3rd?
Yes, if we could, that'd be fine, yes.
Okay, March 3rd will be the next hearing, 10 o'clock. Good job.
Thank you,
State of
Your
Ohio
Honor.
versus James DeMint, case number CRA 24786, CRB 24787, A and B, CRB 24635, CRA 24290, CRD 231859, A and B. James DeMint.
Tyler Smith's case set for preliminary hearing.
Your Honor, I was able to obtain a verbal report on him through his case management.
James, as usual, is doing really well. Everything that's asked of him, he's actually going above and beyond.
Good, thanks for the report. What's the state's position on this?
The complicating thing is the last set of charges involving a failure to comply with the order or signal of a police officer, a third-degree felony. And so I spoke with the arresting officer on that, Deputy Harry Adkins, about whether that we should just go ahead and send it to the grand jury or whether he's worthy of keeping it here and letting him go through his treatment. And for right now, we're okay to continue to keep it here. And I hope he understands if he's successful in his treatment and it keeps this from going to be in felony court, it's a big break. So hopefully this is something that will motivate him and so we don't have to see him in here anymore. So we're okay if there's a time waiver to continue on and allow him to continue in treatment.
Your Honor, we'll waive time and set for another prelim.
Okay.
I've spoken with Deputy Atkins as well about this case, and he wants to see that Mr. DeMint gets the help he needs and stuff. So it's fortunate for him that, with Deputy Atkins being understanding, and hopefully Mr. DeMint will stick to it. And evidently he's doing very well. So.
Well, and I don't want to seem unsympathetic, but my position would be you got to stay no matter what the outside circumstances are. No excuses like this happened, that happened, I need to go take care of this, I need a pass to go do that. You've got to complete, because that's what got us in trouble last time.
Yeah, that's how I got in the chase.
Yeah, so don't even ask, just do it.
Yep.
Okay?
I would like to say something else too, Your Honor, and that is that the charges, there have been a number of them and they're pretty serious and things of that nature, so it's not as if we're going to be looking at just dismissing everything, but I'm sure that Mr. DeMint would rather have stuff dealt with here than in felony court.
Absolutely.
So, we've got, in addition to the failure to comply, we've got a criminal damaging, which there may be restitution due on that, and there's various things that are going to have to be dealt with. But for now, I think that allowing him, at least until the next time we come back, to just get his treatment, and we'll figure out how we want to proceed from there. But we primarily want him to do his treatment and be successful.
February 21st?
That's fine, Your Honor.
Next hearing, February 21st, on everything that Mr. DeMint has in this court.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Haley Early. Case number CRB 2480.
All right, that's what I want to see. Clean drug screen.
Those are the screen results for the screen she went and took the day of her last court hearing.
Okay. What's ETS?
Alcohol.
Okay. All right. How's the state we're coming up on a year we've been dealing with lately. And there's been some ups and downs. As Graham Nash said, ins and outs and downs that we're still playing together. She has no idea what I'm talking about, and Mr. Hill does.
I do. I'm not familiar with that exact quote, but I know what it refers to. Well, if the agency feels like she's reached that level of completion that she can be, her further participation can be voluntary and the case can be dismissed, or actually she pled guilty, so it would be a matter of sentencing her. And maybe what the best thing to do at this point would be for the court to sentence her and have it as a term of her probation that she continue with her treatment as long as it's recommended.
It's my understanding you're doing your treatment with OBP also as an order from the Cabell County Family Court, correct? So it's not,
Yes.
It wasn't just this court making you go to treatment, they were wanting you to do it too. So, all right, I'm okay with that. Mr. Horford, are you all right with doing the sentencing today?
Absolutely, Judge. I think she's worked towards it, and I think she'd like to know the final result here, wouldn't you?
Anything you want to say, Haley, before I sentence you? You have a right to make a statement, you don't have to.
No, I just really appreciate you for helping me out.
Well, you're a young lady with potentially a long time to live, and you got 3 little kids. They're going to hopefully live well into the next century, and I want you to have a good life. Really was concerned about them and the impact of you using substances was going to have on their life. And we know statistically that it does. If you use drugs, that has a major adverse impact on your kids. It's kind of common sense, but so you getting clean is really important. Okay, so I'll impose a $100 fine. I'll order you to pay the court costs. I'm going to give you 30 days in jail, and I'm going to suspend all of it. I'll make it a condition that you stay out of Walmart. Don't go into Walmart anymore. That's at their request, and they can charge you with, and they do this. If you come in and they know you've been convicted of shoplifting, they can charge you with trespassing. Mm-hmm. So stay out of Walmart. I give everybody else, I think you should have to do it too, 5 days of community service. That's what everybody that gets a shoplifting conviction gets, whether they have to go to treatment or not. And I'll order that you continue with your treatment as ordered by Cabell County Family Court. So I'm going to let them, I'm not going to supervise you on that. I'm going to let them supervise you. But if I find out that you messed up and relapse, I can still give you the 30 days in jail then. Okay, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to see that happen. But sometimes we need, a little negative reinforcement's not bad. If there's a time where you think, well, I'm not going to do this because I don't want to go to jail, I'm okay with that. Whatever you got to do to stay clean, that's what you got to do. It's super important. I'll set your next review hearing. Let's go a couple months. March 21st. So I may still screen you when you come in for your review. I want to make sure you stay clean. That'll be at 9 o'clock. You'll need to go meet with Mr. Major about your probation. So 2 years of level 4 probation.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Congratulations on getting through that part of it.
State of Ohio versus Coconut Gomez, case number CRB 2446. Excuse me, CRB 24416.
Your Honor, Mr. Gomez was originally scheduled to be here on the 6th. That was the day that the court was closed due to the weather. He did show up today, so he was set for sentencing on the 6th. So
he's currently with OVP.
And he is compliant. I have a letter for him. I just did not know he was going to be here today.
Okay. He had finished your inpatient program at some point, he's been outpatient since then.
Yes, and he's been doing very well in his treatment, so no complaints
good.
there.
All right, please get us that, and I'm going to continue to delay his sentence while he's going to treatment, and we'll just go out at least another month before we come back.
The 21st, Your Honor, I believe that date was set just a minute
That
ago.
good for you?
That works.
February 21st for sentencing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Reginald Scherer, case number TRC 24763, A, B, C, and D.
It's Roger Smith's case, set for sentencing. And he's at the VA.
He is, Judge.
Did get a text this
Thank
morning
you. I hadn't seen
from Amanda Rayburn. Actually, it was yesterday evening. Mr. Shearer's court tomorrow. He's compliant, remains in contact. So she doesn't say he's finished.
Right. Oh, it'll never stop, Your Honor. I'm continue to go.
Okay. Again, I'd like to get some kind of written report from them. I'm assuming this is a case, again, where the defendant is going to request the court not to give him jail time.
Yes, sir.
Which is mandatory with your
Yes.
test score. So I know it's not like you're under the mill scraping grease to be in here and sit through court, but it's not the most pleasant thing either. But there's a lot worse things you can do, like go to jail. So I'm assuming that's one of the things you're trying to avoid.
Yes, sir.
So I think we still need more, at least a final report or some kind of report saying where you are and something that documents in the file that this isn't going to happen anymore.
Oh, no.
That's what I want to know.
Oh,
I want to
no.
be convinced, because you understand, you probably heard the speech I made to the other person.
Yes, sir.
I'm supposed to put you in jail if you plead guilty with your test score. I'm supposed to put you in jail.
Yes, sir.
And you're asking me to avoid that. So I need some justification. You know, what if you go out and kill yourself or somebody else on another offense?
I understand.
You're going to be in here saying, why didn't you put him in jail? Maybe that would have got his attention.
No,
Absolutely, they're going to say that.
the attention has been made, Your Honor.
Okay.
I was going to say something else. Right after this, I'm going to see my therapist now, so could I ask her about a final letter or?
Yeah, some kind of written report would be very helpful.
Okay, and I'm going to continue to go after that, so.
Okay. Well, let's go more than a month out.
Yes, sir.
So sometime beginning of March.
See, I'm here the March 3rd date, if that's available.
March
Not
3rd
too
is
busy.
good.
Okay.
Okay.
March
Your
3rd.
next hearing is March 3rd, Mr. Shearer,
Yes, sir.
for sentencing.
Anything over, you're going to show up on this thing. I just got to get something done from this taken care of.
March 3rd.
3rd at 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Jeremy A. McMillan, case number TRC 22769, A, B, and C, TRC 202410, A, B, and C, TRC 22769, A, B, and C. What's up, Your Honor?
Mr. McMillan is here today with lawyer Mr. Smith.
But you got a script for that testimony?
Personally, thank you for that.
Okay, and you know, Judge Ferguson signed this, apparently it may be one of his last acts. I went to his, he's retired now.
Yes, sir.
I know, were you there, Mr. Smith? There
I was,
at the
Judge.
Civic Center, and there was a bunch of people.
I was there. I went to Judge Lovejoy swearing in at 1:30, I hope to, today.
Today?
It's
Okay.
today at 1:30.
So he's now retired, so I'm not as afraid that he's gonna put me in jail for how I helped you out. But, you were on your way to the penitentiary in West Virginia, and I
already have my bus ticket, yes, sir.
went to the mat with Judge Ferguson.
Yep.
He was a good man, and he listened to what I had to say. He gave you another chance, but you were already ordered to go there.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir, I was. I talked with Major too on the community service stuff. I had a case from 14, so all the hours that I had turned in went toward that, and I believe I got a remaining balance of 36 hours.
Okay.
And we'll get that squared away. Just
Yeah, as you know, I'm going to continue to work with you. I want to see you be successful, and as long as you're making an effort, which I know you are, I'm going to make an effort to help you.
I spoke with the DMV, and I got a mandatory suspension until March 24th of this year. And I was just going to speak about it. A couple times the family called, couldn't get to them. Maybe we can start working toward that.
Well, here's my feeling on that. I don't have you suspended now, so I don't believe I can give you some permit. If I suspend you, I believe I can give you some sort of permit to drive.
Where I refused, the state of Ohio done it. It's a mandatory until you either convict me or quit or whatever. Like, so they ain't even going to talk to me anymore till they talk to you. That's what the woman told me.
Okay. Well, I'll pass that off then to Mr. Smith and Mr. Hill. If they want to come up with something, I'll look at it. That would get you your driver's license back.
I'll take a look at it, Judge, see if that's possible.
Okay. But you've come a long way. Congratulations. I'm proud of what you've done. You got to keep working at it. You understand that, right?
Oh, yeah. It ain't gonna stop.
You got every day. You got to keep working. Okay, and you still have community service and so forth, but let Mr. Smith and Mr. Hill get together. If they can come up with something where I can give you driving privileges, then I would look favorably upon that. I don't think that I can off the top of my head, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think you can, but I won't look, but just my initial reaction is
I've
you
been
can.
convicted on this.
Well, isn't it an OBI?
Yes,
He's
sir.
here on?
There is a 220769 is an
So
ODI.
is that what's causing this?
Well, the refusal, it's a state law that,
But it's only a year.
they told me it was 3 years, and this has been 3 years.
Can be 3 years.
Hey, I'm sure I got it all. I'm sure I got it all.
I don't know whether sentencing him now would be appropriate or would solve the problem, but.
Or an acquittal.
Sounds good. They've done really well. You know, I've known Jeremy for a long time too, and I'm just real happy to see, every time he comes in here, it just looks like he's prospering even more.
Thank you.
Happy about it.
Well, I can let you look at it and reschedule it real soon if you want to.
We could do that or we could sentence, and that might solve the problem. Sounds like he's got to have a conviction and they will clear your license.
We don't want a conviction.
I understand.
That haunts me for years.
Or we can come back sooner or later, and I'll take
Yeah,
that. That might be the best
that.
course.
Let's put it back on the docket in a few weeks and let's look at it.
Philip knows a little bit about
What?
Tomorrow's his birthday.
Oh.
42.
You're not a baby anymore.
I beg to differ.
Even in today's,
I was trying to hide it from Ferguson. I was
you need
finding
a
out.
chart, like 30 is equal to 50 years ago, 30 is about equal to 17, I think. But
Yeah.
42 is still,
Yeah.
what do they
Definitely.
say, 50 is
Time to grow up.
30? Yeah. Unless you're 50, that's still 50. Okay, let's come back on, would you say the 3rd you're available?
March 3rd, I'm here, Judge.
February 3rd.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, I can do that.
Let's be on that side.
I'm both thirds, I'm a bit.
February 3rd. And we'll look at the licenses and maybe get the sent to them.
I'll look at that, Judge, see what I can do.
And I feel more comfortable with doing it, because I promised Judge Ferguson that I was gonna keep you under my thumb.
Oh, yeah.
So now that they've released their probation, that's good. Okay. Good job. We'll see you.
Thank you,
Thank
thank the courts for everyone that had a play in that, without it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Leslie T. Southers, case number CRA 23708.
Good, good. You got a report. Where are you treating with? Who are you treating with?
She's at Bethesda.
Yes, that's right.
Outpatient.
Sorry.
That's okay, I didn't look back, you were bent over, I didn't see you. Get a script for that. So that's fine. Continues to thrive.
Where are you living now, Leslie?
At my house,
Well.
right across the road.
From here?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm real close.
So it's easy to get here.
Yeah.
Well, I see where you said, and one of the reasons I asked was it says that you're looking for a church. So I was just gonna tell you, you can go wherever you want. I'm not gonna require you to go anywhere or even go to church, but if you're looking for a church, the one on Big Branch is very supportive of people that are in recovery. I know that.
Yeah, I've been there a lot, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we take our clients, Your Honor.
Yeah.
And this is a felony matter. Much improvement over, I'm looking at a urine screen you did a year ago. Come a long way since then. So, this was amended to a misdemeanor at one point, I'm assuming, so it's set for sentencing now.
Yes, Judge, to keep it in this court, we did do that.
So, are we ready to sentence, or?
I'm ready, Judge, if the state's ready to make a recommendation.
Okay. So it's going to be a misdemeanor possession?
I believe so, Judge, that would be our intention,
Or did you want, that was the only charge you have. I'm showing that it was set for sentencing at some point. I don't know if the state wanted to dismiss at some point. She's
even better.
Got really good reports, and she's home now.
Yeah, I don't have anything about reducing it in the past.
Well, maybe it didn't, but it got put on the sentencing docket.
We talked about it, we talked about dismissal. We never did come to decide what we're going to do, but I certainly...
We're okay with dismissing it if she's ready for that, and it looks like maybe she is. I don't know if the agency feels the same way.
How long have you been in outpatient?
Yeah, 2 months now.
2 months?
Going on 3.
Well, the 2 going on 3 months, she said.
She's been an outpatient for almost 3 months now. She did exceptionally well when she was in our facility as well, and then she's met all of the requirements and been compliant with everything in outpatient, which is really good. Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking it the state's okay with the dismissal.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, your case is going to be dismissed because you've done so well in treatment. So, doesn't mean you can let down your guard. You just got to keep. And I'm sure she can still go back if you need help or.
Yeah, she can continue. She can continue there.
I'm just not going to require.
Right.
Okay.
Case is dismissed.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good job.
Bye.
See ya.
State of Ohio versus Misty B. Shaver, case number TRC 173465, A, B, C, D, and E. Misty Shaver.
She had called, is she out there? Okay, she was running late, but that's been 2 hours ago. Aha.
Did we ever resolve the restitution issue? I had that as a question.
Yes, we weren't able to locate the party to, this is a 17 case. And we couldn't find the party that had damage.
All right, so it's been set for sentencing and she has a bond up now. So there has been a plea, this was one. Sure clear distance ahead, OVI, suspended license, false information. That's and this failure to plates, I believe, were charged. There was a crash involved. One of the issues was the restitution owed to the other person whose vehicle was struck and the state's been unable to locate him. So, you want to be heard on sentencing?
Yes, Judge, she's, this is the case, if you recall, in fact, Trooper Moore came back, retired Trooper Moore. It was a 2017 case. We weren't sure she was going to show up. She did. My client's, she's ready to make amends for what she did. She's told me she's not the same person she was, well, going on 8 years ago now.
No.
And she's doing well. She's employed.
I assume that was from substance use?
Yes.
It was.
The last court hearing we had, you asked me to get a medical card, which I have done. I am currently in services with Prestera Center on Route 60 in Huntington. They are going to help me live into a sober living community.
Okay.
To help maintain it, and they're going to start my random drug screens. The day after Christmas, I ended up in the psychiatric unit in St. Mary's to get put back on my mental health medication, and that's what's holding everything up. I was at the doctor's office this morning.
Where are you living now?
I am staying at a friend's house until the trailer is ready, and he has let me work off some of the first month's rent and security deposit on that as well.
Where's that?
Lesage.
Lesage.
Okay. Mr. Hill?
Well, it's encouraging that she's looking out for herself. And so we don't want to make, I think that if the court were to sentence her today and just have her as part of her probation just to keep up with her treatment and whatnot, I think we would, as far as any other sanctions, that it's the first offense, right?
It is the first offense.
So we're not opposed to the court imposing the minimums required on that.
All right. The minimum fine is $375, so I'll impose that. That's on the OVI. Court costs. She had a 6-month license suspension, and that has to start now because there was not an automatic license suspension at the time this happened. 20 days in jail suspended, 30 hours community service, 2 years of level 4 probation. She has to go to the driver intervention program. Set a review for July 18th to 25. Falsification, impose a $50 fine. The driving under suspension, I'll impose a $50 fine. Steer clear distance ahead, $20 fine. Failure to display registration, $20 fine. She'll need to see Mr. Major in the probation office. And her reminder, her review hearing is July 18th of this year, 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Excuse me.
That's it, yeah, just wait, you have to see Mr.
State of Ohio versus Eric C. Workman on the recall, case number TRC 24-1384, A, B, and C. Mr. Leffman is here.
He's right here.
Hey, buddy. It's good. So I don't hear all that. We talked about participating in the talk to nurse before, but is it possible to go like in that situation? So that's what he said, like text message, which is in. Yeah. Is that okay? Well, we can approach here or we approach on.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sorry, it's a really bad whack on 52.
Yeah, no problem. We've been slaving away here.
Well, I need to keep us busy. Who's in the case? Having communication to just recently, and so we are speed runners get out to him, let him know what's going on with this. My understanding is that he's a true first defense, long story short. There's not no reduction or anything of that nature. We had gone through a couple of different services that his room test means so he so I would hope a lot of stuff going into it. And relatively speaking, we start first defense. And obviously, I've been in a lot of places around the state, and every court has been doing so.
I don't know how we got into him voluntarily went to treatment at first or what.
Because of the urine test.
Yeah. No, okay. I had to report it. I didn't do one.
Yeah. That will mean not under control. That's all.
So a lot of times if they're employee, then I'll let I have them do it straight.
Yeah, so definitely obviously has something to do with everything that will put in. I think this gets more than like 4 months. Yeah. And I don't know if the court would go and consider, obviously, we've done, I think he's always in the investigation. But this is in Ohio.
Walker's very strange.
Yeah. So I don't know if it all is information I'm not sure we're going to deal with it, but I give them the time result based on us having a fire prevention program and then obviously having a probation situation where it's a decision because do that I don't like state. And that's sort of, I guess, what my questions are. But given that, yeah, I recognize.
Yeah, usually people, they come in wanting to go to treatment because they're
Right.
high test.
Right. Yeah, nothing of that nature here, so I'm getting everything I was hopeful basically do the things now, do the program, try to finish the program and then cut this.
Yeah, initially he didn't have a lawyer. Probably for looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for several things. It's not a, he said so, it was, I don't understand. Michael Kwan is texting.
And that's from December 16th.
Oh, I did get so I already got a text from Michael Kwan at South Coast said he left ASA on January 4th. He was non-compliant while he declined here. He relapsed 3 times on fentanyl. Major was overcome. Sure. Just go your way. Right. I'm not sure how. Something like that. Yeah. What kind of, I think maybe Southern Baptist. I don't know the answer. I am not inquired about that particular issue. And we have some real, because we're right on the border, we've got relationships with Western. One mile.
So it's very close. Okay.
Yeah, there's a bridge right down the road here.
Okay.
Well,
perhaps maybe go in through your probation.
Yeah, I think it needs to be somewhat intensive, but these are, what Michael Kwan said, he's a tourist. If he were sentenced to 6 months in jail suspended, and then we can continue to have him come back for reviews. And then you, maybe Mr. Lovely could have here quite soon, instead of having to come here every time. I'm just kind of, what do you propose? And then you got, it's tricky because you got a duty to advocate for your client, but advocate for your client. Well, I mean, I don't want to do that. I'm not in my position, as I understand what you're saying, but the concerns that you have here, and given his attacking the others, I don't want to put him in a position to get a deal. That being said, to me, it's not great to consider those things that rise. Let's say we need to go do some sort of continued counseling or something like that. What's his disease? Because a lot of times I have people come and say, I want to be clean. Yeah. Versus, say, no, I'm good. I think that it's a battle, right? You know, there's that period of sustained sobriety during this, and if you relapse, you see the documentation, that's the reality. The problem now is when you realize it's been on, which is, are you from Columbus? Yeah. I don't know how it's in Columbus. I think it's bad all over the state, it's worse here. Appalachian counties are, West Virginia is like one forever, it's just we have the same coverage rates as West Virginia. It's fentanyl, methamphetamine, it's really serious. Fentanyl is what takes people out. Right. And it's, the thing is, you can get it, not even know it. Right. It's ubiquitous, yeah, it's on everything. Yeah. You can't count on somebody saying, well, here's some that has some. Right. It's a dangerous situation. Yeah, I understand and appreciate that. So, that's gonna, I'd like to know what his position is, where he'd like to go. I gave some choices. There's a lot of choices in West Virginia. My recollection is again, without knowing we have a source of available, taking those sources of medical. There's several places over time. Walker's branch and Oozes over that. I ride bicycles and we must one of the places right south. It's a little bit toward the country and it depends on how far out you go, but you can still shoot it to get to the country. You want to talk to him? Yeah.
State of Ohio versus Amber Stevenson, case number CRV 24386 A and B.
This was set for Monday, so she's not very late. It was set for Monday, she's here today, and she's at OEP.
I guess she is no longer, so again, I didn't know she was gonna be here today either, but her report, told me that she hasn't been to OVP since December, and she's informed me today that she no longer is going to OVP, but she is attending the Huntington Comprehensive Treatment Center where she's getting her Subutex.
Okay.
So that's why she hasn't been to
I
OVP.
thought you were gonna say methadone.
No, I thought that at first too, but no.
Well, I feel like I need to have you do a urine screen today, because I see some pretty bad urine screens in your record. So let's see where you are, and then decide where we need to go. So once you go to do your urine screen, then I'll have you back in here after I get the results.
State of Ohio versus Hunter Tooley, case number CRV 24329, CRA 24370, 328, CRV 24385 A and B, CRV 24292, CRV 23147.
Mr. Morford represents Mr. Tooley. He's been at counseling center with the monitor on.
Now, folks.
Yes. Are you guys still on? Okay, I've got a report from the counseling center dated 16. Okay, the report's pretty good. I think the problem, as I understand it, and Mr. Major, you can enlighten me if I state this wrong, is the adult probation that supplies his ankle monitor is kind of had it with him because he lets it run down and doesn't charge it like it's supposed to be charged, and they wanted to go arrest him and bring him in and take the ankle monitor off.
Your Honor, they had him Monday at their office, and they were wanting permission for me to arrest him at that time and take him to the jail. I also did get a phone call from Mr. Tarvin on, I believe it was Wednesday or Thursday, stating that he's doing better, but he's still not doing what he's supposed to be doing. And I was just informed that they found a cell phone on him today, that he's not supposed to have a cell phone at all. So that's a violation of the rules right there.
Mr. Morgan.
Judge, Mr. Tooley indicates that he will comply with the requirements to charge the monitor regularly. He indicates that he wants to stay in treatment. He has stumbled a long way, but he says he's willing to follow the rules. I've had a pretty stern talk with him this morning.
Including giving up the cell phone?
Pardon?
Including giving up the cell phone?
I didn't know that that was his, Mr. Judge.
And you understand you're not supposed to have one. So that'll be left here at the court. And what's the counseling center say about Mr. Tooley?
Well, I know case management has taken a special interest in him to try to help him, well, and not just his case manager, but the gentleman who runs the program. Like, they're really trying to figure out some way, shape, or form to accommodate him in a manner that is beneficial to him and enables him to progress I just don't, I didn't know he had a phone today. I don't, we'll continue to work with him. That's not a problem. I just,
Mr. Tooley, you understand you have a felony charge against you. A felony charge means you can go to prison over a felony charge. You understand that? And so far, the state said they would keep it here and let you try to do treatment and do well and not send it to the grand jury for an indictment or for you to go to the felony court. But if you keep messing up, at some point, that's what's going to happen, and then you got the risk of going to prison. You don't want to go to prison, do you? I wouldn't think so. Not a good place to be. So start acting like you're afraid of going to prison. Right now, you're acting like you're going to try to get around whatever rules are in place to get what you want. And if you get caught breaking the rules again, very real possibility your case is just going to get shipped down to the main courthouse in Ironton, and you got about a 50-50 chance of going to prison and then coming back through the re-entry court. You'd be a prime candidate for that. If I were you, I would cut it off at the bud and just say, I'm not going to do anything that puts me in risk or jeopardy of going to prison. There's some bad dudes in prison. You don't want to go there and have to deal with them, do you? Okay. Okay, so stop cutting corners. Start saying, you know, hey, if they want me to plug my GPS monitor in at 8 o'clock, I'm going to start it at 7. I'm going to do more than they asked me to do. If they say I can't have a cell phone, if my friend tries to give me one, I'm going to say, hey, you know what? I'm not allowed to do that. I could go to prison. I'm going to do what they tell me to do and maybe a little more. If they say you got to be at class at 9 a.m. in the morning, you better be there at 8:50. Okay? All right, we'll try it again. But you're getting close to having your case sent on down to Ironton. Don't make that happen. Okay, we need to set another hearing date for him. How about the 10th of February? Are you available or are you in trial?
No, I'm good in there.
February 10th, so it's not going to be that long. I'll see you back and get a report how you're doing. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sign that.
Well, we got Amber. Do we have Amber Stevenson as a result?
Yes.
Okay, we can call her up next.
State of Ohio recall, Amber Stevens.
This case number is 24386. She's doing a urine strike. Not good. Okay, what's the solution to this?
Your Honor, I think
I've been trying to get into long-term treatment.
she definitely needs long-term treatment.
I just can't. I tried Project Hope, they turned me down.
You have kids?
Yeah, I have a daughter,
How old is she?
3, sorry. She just had a birthday.
Who has custody?
She has her dad has temporary custody.
If If you remember, she's the one that has the CPS case out of Wayne County. And she came through OBP.
So that's still going on, your children's services case?
Well,
Yes.
yeah, more or less. I don't really get to see Lily unless it's up to Braden. He lets me see her whenever it's convenient for him.
Well, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say, no court, but this urine screen is gonna let you see your kid.
Yes, it is.
So, don't we have to address this and get you clean?
Yes.
You gotta do whatever's necessary to get you clean?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the most important thing.
I want to do treatment and I want to get clean.
You have West Virginia Medicaid?
I do.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if we can make a bed for her. I know we didn't have female beds. I'm trying to kind of see what we can figure out at OVP. I don't think there's anybody else here that could take her.
How about Hillcrest, Barberville?
Someone fell. Harmony Ridge, is that what you're talking about?
Harmony Ridge, okay, that's probably it.
We could call and see if they have any bed availability.
Where's that at?
Barbersville.
Barbersville.
Oh yeah, I heard you say that, sorry. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay, do you have contact information with them, or?
Yes. Yeah, we can work on that. I'm also trying to see if we could take her. So if you want to just give me a minute to try to work something out.
Okay. We'll recall it because we still have to do Mr. Workman.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Everything okay?
Which family is Sir John is fine in the last few days.
All right.
Yeah, they're up there with me. Who's that? The
All right, well, I think Mr. Workman is still talking to his client, so I'm going to take a recess, and then we'll come back when you got to do her case, don't put it away. And Mr. Workman's case, so the court will be in recess.
Hey,